Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Wildcards. Thanks for joining us. We're all going to say hi together.
Hi!
Together.
Together. Damn it, Don.
Damn it. Don't ruin
This is why you're not normally at the table.
Yep.
So this is session 1 of our Savage Worlds Deadlands Reloaded show for the time being. So last time we had a session 0. We built characters. We went over a lot of the rule stuff. So if you feel lost at any point, just feel free to minimize your browser, pull up YouTube, and find session 0, and just kind of watch that, and then come back to this. We'll probably be gone at that point, but then you can watch the VOD, and it'll all work out. So don't worry, it's going to be fine. I think we should start with some introductions. So we have our full table here this time. So I think what we should do, let's all go around. We'll say who you really are, and tell everyone your character name, and then just give like a 3-word descriptor of your character for right now. So let's start over here. Let's start with Talene.
All right. Hello, my name is Talene in real life. In this game, my name is Tortlaw. 3 words. Native, American, badass with a hyphen.
It's hyphenated, yeah.
Hyphenated.
I assumed.
Yeah,
All right. Native American badass.
that's right.
And then while we're over here, why don't we go right next door?
Hi, my name is Jordan Pridgen, and my character's name is Gabriel Pryor. And 3 words, con man preacher.
Yeah, nice.
Works.
That's
Works.
good.
Nailed it.
Works for me. All right, moving across the table over here to I want to say Dawn.
Yep. Tom.
Tom.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep. I'm Tom Lommel.
Whoa.
Hi guys, name's Dom Zook. I'm playing James Bogue. I have to come up with three words.
3-word descriptor.
3-word descriptor. Lee Van Cleef.
Oh, ho!
I-
Descriptor.
I don't get that.
Nope. Only a few people will.
Okay, and we're not going to explain it. All right. And then, okay.
All right.
We'll have a movie night.
Yeah.
We need to. We need to do
everyone will
that.
get it. Everyone will get it.
Right next to Dom, we have.
Hi, I'm Meghan Caves, and I am playing Rosaline Byrne. And let's see, my 3 words, let's go with curious, classy escort.
All right. All right. I thought Huckster might have made it into one of
Nope.
those words, but
Nope.
it's not important.
She doesn't advertise that.
Yeah, keep that on the down low.
I don't want right? I don't want to die. That's why I don't
Okay,
advertise
cool,
that. Come on.
cool.
Come on.
And my name is Jordan Caves-Callarman. I will be the marshal. So we can. I still really want to try and get you guys to call me just call me Marshall, and then you can be Jordan. Like I'll seed
right.
Jordan.
I'll call
but you guys have to call me Marshall.
Marshall.
But I
Okay.
won't call you Marshall.
Marshall Jordan.
Yeah, say it like that.
Yeah.
Say it like that, everybody.
Marshall Caves
By the way, if you
Callarman.
guys asked around, it doesn't seem like anyone has seen Justified, but you should watch Justified.
I've
I
seen
really-
all of
I
Justified.
really want to watch
Thank
Justified.
God. Boyd Crowder is at least a little bit what I've based the idea of this character on.
Talene doesn't like that. Talene doesn't like that.
I don't like.
She doesn't like that.
I don't
Except
like.
not evil.
No, I love Boyd. See.
What?
He said, but not evil.
No, don't tell me. See, that's what I told you. That's what I've spent this whole week telling you is that he's like Boyd Crowder, but not evil.
Yeah.
Don't say it like you've been telling
No,
me
you
that.
tried
and
to
I've been
tell me
like,
Boyd
no,
Crowder
he's 100%
wasn't
evil. He's
At
evil.
one time, you
Boyd
said
Crowder's he's pretty evil.
he's completely evil.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But it's great.
I
He's
guess
way
if
more
you've never
interesting.
watched Justified.
We're watching.
If you've never seen like half of the first episode of Justified.
Yeah, that guy's evil when he shows up.
Twitch watches Justified, starting right after.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So, before we get into everything, I want to talk to you guys. You guys in chat. Hi. How's it going? You guys are going to be mysterious strangers for Wildcards. You're a bunch of mysterious strangers out roaming the range of the wide open frontier. And there's a few things you can do to influence the game here at the table. So the first thing you can do is you can institute a toast at the table. That's right. You can make us at the table toast with our super 100% authentic period bottles. 100% authentic. We can toast whatever you want us to toast. We'll do it. But don't be a jackass. Come on. Like, don't make us say anything that like a Nazi would say or anything like that. You know,
Don't,
just
don't PewDiePie us.
yeah. Let's keep it fun.
Yeah.
Let's keep it fun. And
They were
And it-
probably not going for the Nazi thing, and then you like
But
laid
now-
that in
now
their
it's
head.
really
Now
nice.
it's in there.
someone was like, I'm already thinking of something. I got. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do is you can donate for any one of these guys, not for me, but any one of these guys to get a piece of cursed Spanish gold. That's right. This is a reroll token. They can use this to reroll any trait roll. So that's a skill or an attribute test that they make. But once they reroll it, it goes to me. And then I can use it on any one of my rolls after that point. So there's a little bit of a curse associated with this cursed Spanish gold. So you guys can load them up, but just know there's a risk-reward ratio they have to kind of keep in mind when they use these things. You can also buy a fistful of cursed Spanish gold. That's 3. That's 3 pieces of cursed Spanish gold.
It's small fist.
Small fist is
Yeah.
what I was going to say too.
Or big
Well,
gold.
It's big gold.
There you go.
They're really thick coins. The Spanish really knew how to cut some currency.
And you can buy a fistful of Spanish gold for a few dollars more.
Yeah, but only I think there's only 3 specific types of people that can do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll leave it there.
I don't get it.
All right, the next thing you guys can do is you can heal any one of these guys of 1 wound. Now the healing in this game works a little bit differently because this is not a hit point system. It's not an attrition system. Everybody can only take 3 wounds, and if they take 1 more wound, they become incapacitated, possibly dying. So wounds are a bit more expensive to heal in this stream because they're a bit of a bigger deal in Savage Worlds. They really suck. You don't want to get wounded because once you start getting wounded, you start getting negatives to all your stuff. Really, it blows. It totally blows. And then the last thing you can do is you can donate to have one of these guys at the table draw a card from the adventure deck. This is the official, it's in card sleeves right now, so you can't see what it looks like. The official Savage Worlds adventure deck. What this does, there are, I believe, 54 cards in there, and each one of them gives one of the players at the table the chance to kind of exert a little narrative control over the game. Sometimes narrative, sometimes mechanical control. There are a couple duds in there as well, but that's just part of the draw. You can only do that once per player per game. So don't get greedy. Don't get greedy about that. In addition to that, we have 4 tier rewards that are going to be happening. So any cash donation we get during the game is going to go towards unlocking those tiers. So those should be available in the donation sheet. You guys can check those out. A lot of them are pretty fun, and they add some extra story elements to the game that we might get a chance to play around with. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
And I want to specify, many people know me as the guy usually behind the camera.
That's
who
true.
Inputs all these things. I don't know what these tiers are. I have specifically kept away from looking at any of these things. So
I actually forbid you from looking at
Yes.
it. I did that. I
Yes.
can do that now because Dom is a player at my table, so I can tell him what to do.
The power is overwhelming.
It's kind of cool.
I
Yeah.
think so.
in an itty bitty room.
Yeah. We're making lots of references
Yeah.
tonight. But behind the camera, we have Brian.
Hey,
Hi, Brian.
Hey.
You guys can't see him, but we can, and he's looking really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Looking sharp, Brian.
One more thing I wanted to go over real quick before we get started, because I meant to do this during the session 0 and I didn't get around to it. There are going to be things that happen during this game stream lifetime. Certain encounters and certain events and certain fights are going to be designated red zone events. So what that's going to mean, these are going to be heightened drama events. So all donations will be locked during those events. There will be no ability to give these guys rerolls. There will be no ability to heal them. They're going to have to what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
They're going to have to.
Resolve?
I keep trying to say something.
Resurrect.
Nope. They're going to have
Resolve.
to
Resort.
resort.
Resort sounds like it could work.
I keep.
Right.
They're going to have to rely.
Self-reliant.
It was rely. I don't know why it was an S.
Rely.
They're going to have to rely on their wits, their skills, and whatever fate chips they have at that point. in
If
order to
we
make it through.
have some Spanish gold, can we use it during those times, or is that a no? Even if
it'll-
it's already been bought.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see when we get there.
And
I'm leaning
the-
towards no
and
right now.
adventure and these cards too.
I'm leaning towards no.
It
All right.
sounds like Red Zone should be renamed Kill Box because it's where we're going to go to die.
He's gonna murder us.
Only if it actually happens in that way. Because, like
Okay.
a canyon that is like a kill box canyon is just a normal canyon if nobody's fighting in it. You know
a
what
good
I'm saying? So that's all of that.
That was real reassuring. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Marshall.
So
Marshall Jordan.
that's what I want. That's what I want from you guys. Does anyone have any questions about anything before we head in? All right. Then let's all saddle up. I'm gonna put my hat on. I was gonna put my hat on at this point. There, hat's on.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for
Thank you for the
thinking.
donation. And did we miss Pocket
Starting off
Corpsman?
right.
Yeah, that happened
With the
right
bits?
at the beginning.
Thank you,
Right.
Pocket
Oh, thanks for
Corpsman,
that
as
too.
well.
Corpse
These
man.
glasses are going to get real annoying real fast.
You don't have to wear them the whole time.
Oh, I do.
So, we open on the hot desert sun beating down in a clear blue sky. And we kind of pan down to a dusty trail, whereupon there are a series of small pebbles. It's very silent. It's very quiet. A small lizard runs out onto the trail and just kind of like grabs a pebble, just sort of sits there for a second. And in the distance, there's a little bit of a rumbling, small rumbling noise. It's getting louder. Pebbles are moving a little bit. And then, all of a sudden, a wagon wheel comes into the frame. Not so much a wagon wheel as the wheel of a stagecoach, which comes rushing by along with the horses. This is a large stage. You can see 9 people inside and some more up top. And we pan up from the wheels into the interior of the stagecoach, where we see Gabriel Pryor sitting in a seat across from a well-dressed woman and a small child. Tell me again, Mr. Pryor, about that one time you saved all them heathens and baptized them?
Well, what you got to realize, sir, is that heathens are, by their nature, waiting to be saved. And the good book of the Lord makes it simple to come in and change their lives.
Mama, he's using fancy words.
Oh, son, the only word I need is the word of the Lord. And he gives that to me here in my good book. I hold up a fancy Bible in front of them. You see, people have God inside them already. Jesus Christ has blessed every single one of us, whether we are a heathen or a Christian. And it is my job to go and let people realize that he was in them the whole time and grow the power of our church. So I wandered into the land of the heathens. And I simply touched with Jesus' hand, and their hearts opened up to me. And I was blessed to be that instrument of their salvation.
I'm gonna clap a little for you. Describe Gabriel for us. How does Gabriel look? How's he dressed?
Gabriel is a thin, kind of lanky-looking man with spectacles, and he wears a like black priest frock kind of thing. Not like super heavy Catholic or something like that. It's a little more practical. Mostly like up at the top with the collar and a tall and a black wide-brimmed hat. His hair is notably gray, and he walks with a bit of a limp, which is not noticeable right now because he's sitting in a carriage. But he has a kind of a gaunt, long, thin face and a Van Dyke hair. So just a mustache and like a small, close-cropped beard.
Okay.
At the moment.
Sitting next to Gabriel, we pan across and we find Miss Rosaline Byrne. And how is she looking today?
Well, she is looking very well put together. She has on a green dress, and she likes green a lot. She has very dark black hair that's kind of all done up. There's ringlets. Yeah, she's just listening, adoringly listening
Okay.
to what's being said.
So she's just kind of listening and observing here.
Well, and she's agreeing.
Okay.
Yes.
She's offering
Yes.
some encouraging sounds and words. Most of the interior of the stagecoach are pretty cued in to what Gabriel is talking about. Would you two be sitting inside of the stagecoach or on top of it?
I'd be on top. I'd be sitting with the driver.
I would be inside.
You're inside?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the camera further pans over Rosaline's shoulder to the next row back where we find Tortlaw. Describe Tortlaw for us.
Tortlaw is Native American, haircut in the traditional warrior style, long with the shaved insides and done into a braid. She wears a Confederate army jacket that has bullet holes in it and dried blood all over it. She's found something very smelly to eat, and she's eating it noisily on purpose.
Okay.
and like making a lot of eye contact with people who are real uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're definitely trying not to look at you.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not a lot of leg room inside of these coaches, especially the ones that can seat 9. So they're
Yeah.
trying to listen to Gabriel and sort of like trying to get as far away from
I
you
get a
as
lot
they
of,
can.
and the more they try to get away from me, the more I spread out.
Sure. Yeah, you're going to take that space if offered. What are you eating? Just something indeterminate and gross?
You know what? Straight up onion. Straight up onion.
Just an onion?
And onion. And I'm not
Okay.
eating it because I like it. I am eating it deliberately to bother these people.
It's working.
By the way, we have a donation here that we need.
Holy
Oh,
cow.
James V, 1971. Thank you for the
James.
donation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I
Guys,
hear
you
those-
guys are kicking this night off.
I hear those Revlo bings. So
Yeah, them
we have
Revlo
some
Bings are
Revlo.
coming in.
Thank you.
Revlo Bings.
Don't worry,
Revlo Beans.
guys. We're still working out some kinks communication wise, so bear with us. We'll get there. Don't worry. We are getting your donations, and they will be on the screen. So we'll pan up now to the outside of the stagecoach. Okay, hold on. We have some donations.
Oh God.
What?
Donations?
You guys,
We've got to
Forsaken
paint your wagon, Karen.
has donated for a draw. A draw for Dom.
What?
Ooh.
That means, Dom, you get to draw a card from the adventure deck. Just one adventure deck card.
Pick a good one, Dom. Get the best one, Dom. Best one. Good one. Best one. Is that the best one?
No, don't take too many, though.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy. Okay.
That was the best one.
I
What
think
is it?
Was. I
It
agree.
was.
It's red.
Oh, a red card.
Ooh.
Contact. Reggie, you old scoundrel, how you been? Your hero sees an old friend or acquaintance who might help him in his current quest somehow. Of course, he may also ask for a favor in return.
Okay. So you can play that at any point to make that thing happen.
Okay.
You don't have to play it right now. You
Uh-huh.
can save it and wait. Was the second draw also for Dom?
Yeah.
Let's see if James wants to ship that to anyone else at the table. But also, James V, 1971, has gotten 2 fistfuls of
Oh
cursed
my
Spanish
God.
gold
Oh, yeah.
for the table.
It's
Wow.
all cursed.
So that's
Yeah.
6 of those.
He just donated $60, so let's give it up for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James V.
Thank you,
James V. And
David.
Forsaken. Let's pan up. We'll pan up now to the top of the stagecoach, where we find James Bogue. What's Bogue doing up there?
James is sitting next to the driver, essentially riding shotgun, as they would do on stagecoaches. Basically, he's not one for talking. He's heard Gabriel's stories and stuff before. He sort of stays out of that stuff for the most part, but he likes the sort of the openness, the open air, and just sort of not being a part of people things.
Okay, so you're up here to be, away from all them people.
Yeah,
All right, are you smoking your pipe up
I'm
there?
smoking my pipe.
Okay.
Yep. Just started a new batch here on this pipe, so yep.
Okay. So James would like this draw to go to Megan instead.
Ooh, okay, thank you,
Okay.
James.
So Megan.
Good choice.
pick a good one.
Megan,
Pick
I'm
the
gonna
best
pick.
one.
I'm gonna pick the worst one.
draw.
Just for you.
You would.
You gotta reach further though, because I can't go very far.
I want
You want?
Oh, God.
Wait,
Oh,
that one there.
Lordy.
this one right
That
here.
Okay.
seems like more of a Tulane card to me.
What does that?
What
What does that one do?
Actually,
What does that mean? Cool? It means the cool card?
Super cool
That's
card.
what I thought.
this is Dead Man's Hand. Read 'em and weep, aces over 8s. Play when any character is dealt a poker hand for any reason. That hand becomes 2 pair. Aces, etc., etc. This hand cannot be changed.
It's aces and 8s.
Wow,
I see.
Oh.
that was a dead-on good card for you.
Right? Best card.
All right.
Sorry, it wasn't the worst. It was the best.
So you can use that at
I
any
told
point.
you.
It doesn't have to be used on you. It can be used on
Use
anyone else.
somebody? Okay.
Now, Christian Linke,
Oh,
thank you
oh,
for the
thank you.
donation.
Oh, wow.
Christian, thank you very
Thank you.
much. So, guys,
Yeah.
before we get too much further into the session, there's one very important thing I forgot to do at the very beginning of the game.
Yep.
We got to draw our fate chips.
It's true.
What?
So at the beginning of every game session, you are all going to start with 3 fate chips, except for you. You have an edge that gives you an extra fate chip at the start of the session. That is
Nice.
for having luck. You have luck. You're a lucky
Lucky
guy.
son of a bitch.
I also get fate chips. So that's going to happen. And then you guys can get more fate chips during gameplay, typically for playing up your hindrances. But, at my discretion for other things as well. And we're also going to do a rule called Joker's Wild, where anytime one of you is dealt a Joker during combat, everyone draws a fate chip. Forsaken!
Forsaken.
Oh my gosh,
Yay.
thank you for the donation.
Wow.
Another 60, man.
All right. You guys
rock.
are knocking it out. All right, so
Holy,
we'll
you guys are
start. We'll start here with you. Draw 4 fate chips from the hat.
1,
The hat of fate.
2, 3,
Almost that way. I'm not getting on that hat.
I don't
4.
know. I didn't tell it to go.
Whoa!
A white, a blue, and 2 reds. So a white fate chip you can use to re-roll any trait roll. You can also use it to soak wounds. A red one you can use just like a white one, and that's fine. Or you can use it to add a d6 to any one of your rolls.
Okay.
But if you do that with a red one, the red one then goes to me after you're done using it.
So it's like a Spanish gold.
Kind of. The blue one works just like the red one, except there's no drawback.
Okay.
And we'll get into that later. You don't have to remember all that right now.
Okay.
Draw 3, Talene.
I know the basic Benny mechanic.
Only
I'll just
3. They're fate chips.
remember it. I know, but
Not
I'm saying, like,
pennies.
I know the Benny mechanic, and it translates a bit.
Fate chips. What did you get, Talene? 2
I
reds
got
and a
2
white?
reds and a white.
All right. That was the chair.
Don't believe you.
I got 2 white and a red.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
it's going nuts, you guys.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. We're
haven't
just
even-
excited as you guys are.
We are, it's
Seriously.
true.
3 fate chips. So what did you get, Megan?
I got 2 white and a red.
2 white and a red. All right.
I got 1 white, 2 reds.
Okay. I'm gonna shake this up. So I get 1 for each of you. And then I also get
there's only 2
2
of us.
for any wild cards that show up that I control.
I'm half a person.
So I got 4. I got 2 reds and 2 whites. Now, when I use reds, they don't go to you guys.
That's not
That's
cool.
not
But
the
they
way
don't
that
go to
works.
you either, right? You don't like
That's
get
correct.
to
I do
double
not
them
get.
up.
I do not get to double
That would
dip.
be shitty. So I'm glad.
So now we've all got our fate chips, and we got some donations as well. So Christian has donated to unlock a tier. So thank you very much, Christian. The first tier has been unlocked, and if these other ones have been cash donations as well, I think we've unlocked the second tier, and maybe the third one. We'll check on that.
Yeah.
Forsaken has bought a draw for Jordan and for Talene, and it's going to take me
Wow.
a really long time to realize that Jordan is not me, but you. So Jordan, not Marshall Jordan,
Not Marshall.
draw your card
All right.
and draw yours.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. All right, everyone now has a card. There is no more
Oh, you
card
gotta be
donations.
kidding me.
All right, so Jordan, what did you get?
I got not today. Missed me. Now it's my turn. Play after any other character's attack roll to cause it to automatically fail. This is a critical failure.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
And Talene,
wow.
what did you get?
I got never tell me the odds.
What?
I'm not even
How
kidding.
did you?
Play instead of rolling to make a trait test with a single automatic raise.
Okay, that's a really good one.
That's awesome.
That's a really good one.
It's also never tell me the odds.
Sifitrex, thank you for the donation.
Thank you, Sifitrex.
We appreciate
Thanks.
you.
Yeah, I think we're at 185, I think.
We're at 185.
Yeah.
Wow.
We are 23 minutes into this.
Holy
game.
cow.
And we haven't even played yet.
We have,
just
we
I
have-
sat
don't know
in
where
a
your
stagecoach.
tiers were
You
at,
guys
but
are
that's
barely keep up.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's what's-
You guys are really running Brian through his paces.
this is Brian's first time solo behind the camera. So
We have-
thank you for showing him exactly what it's like.
We have unlocked the first 3 tiers. There is one more reach tier to unlock, but the way things are going, you guys might get there. So thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just make a higher one after that. We'll all just buy more elaborate costumes.
There's a new one, that makes us look cooler next time. All right, so that's that stuff. Okay, so you 3 are inside the stage, and you're up top. You smoking your pipe up there?
Smoking the pipe, scanning the horizon.
Scanning the horizon. Make a notice roll for me. So this is the first time someone's gonna make a roll. So since you guys are wild cards, anytime you make any roll other than damage, basically. So anytime you're rolling for a skill or an attribute, you're gonna roll whatever die you have in that, and then you're also gonna roll your wild die, which is a d6 for all of you. And you're going to be able to choose which one of those to keep.
Okay.
So make your notice roll.
I aced it.
All right, so you aced your notice. That means you get to roll that die again because you rolled the maximum value on it.
This one.
Yep. Aced
Oh my gosh.
Nice start. Wow.
it again. And a 3.
Okay, so
that's
total that up for me.
15.
15. So you're oh, we can only do 1 draw per person per game.
So the adventure cards are
the adventure cards are
are
locked
done
out.
for the night.
But I think I think,
We can carry it over maybe to the next.
yeah, if he doesn't want to do something else, we can carry it over to the next time. But all the same, Talene,
Yes.
real quick, I need you to say, what in tarnation?
Me?
Yeah. Not as your character,
This is
just say it.
Just say it as Talene.
Yeah.
what in tarnation? Yeah,
that's it.
That was really good. That was really good.
It's better
That's
than I expected.
half of that fulfilled for you, Sifitrex. All right.
Hey, DJ
DJ
Regular.
DJ Regular, thank you for the donation. Brian, good luck back there.
Yeah.
All right.
Brian's fingers are like red hot, like up to here.
So the target that you need to hit for most traits is a 4.
Right.
So you got a 15.
Yeah.
So you hit that 4 for sure. So you successfully noticed whatever it is. Now for every 4 you go over your target number, that's considered a raise. So that means you get like some better stuff for it. Like if you get raises on your attack roll, you do more damage, stuff like that. You hit
2 over,
2
right?
raises.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to, it's going to be really hard to ace this notice roll. So in this instance, I'm just going to let you draw a fate chip for having just
Okay,
an
cool.
exceptional eye out.
Okay.
So grab a fate chip from the Hatto Fate.
Ooh.
Ooh, a blue one.
Nice.
That's a good one. All right, so you notice, James, that incidentally, before we get to what he notices, I should probably let you guys know where you are, right? Because I mean, you already know this, but I'm just gonna let chat know. You guys are on your way to Coldwater Creek, Colorado, because you heard tell back in Dodge City that this town was looking for a preacher. They had an opening for a preacher. And they're mighty desperate to get one because you see, Coldwater Creek was a small mining town that just discovered a load of ghost rock in their mine, and all of a sudden the town is exploding. But for whatever reason, they're in need of a preacher. And Gabriel, you were more than happy to answer that call.
I'm happy to be a preacher anywhere with newly rich people and minds that are open for the Lord.
Yep. But yes, and also they are newly rich.
It
too.
helps.
Yeah, that does help. That does help. So that's where you're heading, and it's been a train ride. It's been a long few days on the stagecoaches. You're heading into the last leg of your trip here, and you notice up ahead that there is a copse of trees, and it strikes you just up there, being the world-weary traveler that you are, that this would be a great place for an ambush, especially knowing that you do, that the town of Coldwater Creek has seen an upswing in illegal activity since all of that money started pouring in. There's definitely been a lot more reports of bandits on the road, and as you're thinking that, you see some rustling in the trees up ahead, and you also see a man come riding out on horseback from around a nearby hill. And the stagecoach pulls to a stop as he rides into the front of the road. Now, excuse me real quick, guys.
What's he doing?
Something scary.
Whoa there! You want to just pull that nice stage right to a stop there? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and he is holding what looks like a very nice rifle. This here is what we call around these parts a stagecoach robbery. Now, I don't need to tell you that it's not just me out here on my lonesome. Boys, come on out here. So this guy's on his horse right there. Here's your stagecoach. And from out of the woods come a few mean-looking hombres, brandishing knives and guns. All sorts of stuff like that.
Shields.
Also from around the, one of them has a spear, and one of them looks like a skeleton, because we only have
Space Marine of some
so
sort.
many cowboys. Only have so many cowboys.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this off now, because that's gonna definitely interfere with the microphone, but you guys get it. He's wearing a bandana over his face. He's a bad guy.
Maybe he's worried about
I'm in
dust.
the
Maybe
Right?
he's just maybe he's just taking
He's very
care of that
dust conscious.
Here's what I'm gonna do through this whole game. When I'm being myself, I'm gonna use a weird voice.
When you're being Talene, you
When I'm being
use a weird
Talene,
voice.
I'm gonna use this weird voice when I'm just being me.
Yeah,
love it.
I'll do the same thing. I'll use Talene's voice when I.
Good, good. I'll use Dom's
Whenever
voice
you're
as
being
Talene.
clean.
Right. Right.
Real quick, before we get further into this, we have a toast.
Ooh.
Is that what this is, a toast from James V? Here's a toast. So we're going to set them up. We're going to knock them down. And we're going to be saying, stranger danger, we are all doomed.
Stranger danger, we are all doomed.
Set them up, knock them down. But don't put those drinks down just yet.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Because Sifitrex has another toast for us.
Of course he does.
Backlog.
We're a little bit backlogged on these. There's only, just so everyone knows in chat, there's only going to be 5 of these per game, so we'll let any that are already set up go through for this game.
Looks like we're about to have ourselves a continental breakfast.
Yeah. Future games, there's only going to be 5. Sifitrex would like us to say to the low-down bounty hunter Sifitrex, and tell them he's coming for all of them, except for Tulane.
Wow.
So we're just saying to the low-down bounty hunter Sifitrex.
Yeah.
But we also know here.
But
upon
we're
the
going to
wind-
stop and
Yeah.
think.
He's coming for all of you, except for Tulane.
That's
we'll
why
all
I'm
take
gonna
a moment and look off. scared.
Except me, I'm going to be like,
All right.
that's going to be my
To the
thing.
low-down
Down
bounty
bounty
hunter
hunter
Sifitrex. Set him up, knock him down. All right, we'll get to the rest of those. Meanwhile, back at the stage. That's some stout root beer, you guys.
Yeah.
You know what? We should get shot glasses for the root beer.
We should.
We should.
That's what our new highest tier level is.
Yeah. Shot glasses for the root
Root beer shot glasses. So here's how this is going to work, folks. I'm going to have my associates here. They're going to come by. They're just going to hold up these bags they got here to the window, and you're just going to empty out all your valuables there into those bags. And what's going to happen here is after we take all of this, we're just going to be on our way, and nothing bad needs to happen to any one of y'all. All right, so stagecoach driver, I can see that rifle that you got there, and I'm going to ask you to just go ahead and put that right down. There we go. Boys, let's go ahead and round this stuff up. So they start heading over to the stage. You guys have a few seconds.
So we've
to
all heard
decide
this inside
what
the
you're gonna
stage.
do.
Are people inside being all like, oh,
Oh yeah,
no.
they're freaking out. They're freaking
Good.
out. You guys can't
Well-
get a clear look from inside of the stage at how many people there are.
Mm-hmm.
Bogue, you got eyes on this entire situation up here. But you guys can tell just from the approaching footsteps that there's a pretty decent number of bandits coming up.
Well, I'd like to pull Scarlet and Mary, my 2 Bowie knives, out of my bag.
You're drawing.
I'm not going to
steel?
draw them.
Now-
I just want to hide them next to me.
Now,
Okay.
friends, why not let me talk to them a little bit just at first? They may not know who they're dealing with here, you know? We're not here for gold. We're here to spread the word of the Lord.
I think that's a good idea.
Everyone seems a little bit calmer inside of the stagecoach at your words. What are you two doing?
I'm taking another big bite out of my onion,
Okay. Got
like
your onion?
apple style.
Good. So gross. And what are you doing up there, James?
I'm just steely-eyed, going to stare down the leader and be like, "You best not be making advances on the stagecoach."
So he's quite a ways.
Just a simple puff out of my.
He's quite a ways down the road on his horse.
You can
But
hear me whisper.
yeah, your voice carries for sure. Real quick before we talk about what happens with him, guys, let's all make a toast.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
DJ Regular would like us to toast to the memory of Bass Reeves.
To
the memory of Bass Reeves.
Does anyone know who that is? Set him up, knock him down. Bass Reeves. This one's for you, man or woman.
We're probably going to get hell for that. I don't. Bass Reeves.
Bass
It
Reeves.
sounds vaguely familiar, like
Definitely
I should
sounds like
know.
a westerny thing. Sounds like
Yeah.
something we probably should
Should
know.
know it.
So you say that to him?
Yeah.
Oh, well, looky here, boys.
Well,
We got ourselves a mighty confident feller up on top of this stage.
I hate to blow my load too fast on this stuff, but this seems like it might be a good time to drink a vocal unction.
You're gonna swallow up your vocal unction elixir?
Does that seem like too quick to throw that out?
I don't know. That's a $50 elixir there.
It's a pretty expensive elixir. I'm gonna hold off on the vocal unction.
Am
But
I
you-
sitting up next to a window or something?
That's
Or am
Tulane.
I in
That's
the
Tulane
middle?
talking.
This
This
is
is
me
Tulane
talking.
talking.
That's
This
how
is
I'm going to
Tulane.
do it.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna be.
Yeah, you are. You're in the middle. So there's a person on the side of you that's next to the window. But yeah, you're 1 seat away from the window.
1 seat away from the window.
And just real quick, while she thinks about that, everyone, Christian Limke would like us to toast. He would like us to say, "Let me introduce you to the word of the Lord."
Let me introduce you to the word of the Lord.
Set him up, knock him down. thank you for the follow, Snack Attack. I think we missed it in all of the toasts.
Thank you, Snack Attack.
All right, so what are you doing?
Underscore.
What are you doing? They're getting closer. Just eating your onion?
Just eating my onion.
That's a good
But
onion.
I just want to know the lay of the land.
Okay.
I want to put my arm through Gabriel's and just kind of hold on to him and prepare.
Okay. All right. So they have they've started moving up here to the stage, and the guy on the horse over there has his rifle trained on the stagecoach driver, and the horses are up in this area. I didn't have tiny horses, and I didn't want to represent them with wooden logs. That seemed
We have
inappropriate.
a horse.
Don't worry about that. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm mic'd now. I'd have to unhook all my stuff and get out. It's this whole thing.
Is he the only one on a horse?
He's the only one on a horse. All of these guys are
Is he
on
staying?
foot.
Is he coming up?
No, he's staying back there.
Okay.
And they start rattling on the windows with their bags and the butts of their gun up there, just kind of asking for people to.
I
put
lean
their
out
stuff
over the person next to me and I drop my onion in the bag, and I make eye contact with the person holding the bag.
Hey, it's a redskin. Hey, this ain't money round here.
And then I spit the onion in my mouth in his face.
Now,
You lousy.
now, before we escalate things here, boys, I believe there may have been something of misunderstanding. You see, what we are carrying in this here stagecoach, why it is far more valuable than any money that can be given by the governments of man. We are carrying salvation.
Somebody shut this
and the
preacher
word
up,
of
preacher.
the Lord.
Preacher, we ain't interested. All right, we're gonna take a hard pass on the word of the Lord.
Well,
we'll
I'm
take your
telling you.
solid cash is what we want.
I think you might find a little less of that than you expect.
I want to start crying and go, "Oh no! Are they gonna kill us? What are we gonna do?"
They're coming to pieces over here, Johnny. They shout out to the guy on the horse. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe I didn't impress upon you the direness of this situation. We're going to need you to empty out all of your bags, pockets, backpacks, what have you, immediately, or we're going to have to start hurting some people.
Sir, I want to
That's
ask
Johnny?
you
Yeah.
one more time to consider for just a moment the word of the Lord. I hold my Bible out. in
So
front of
where
him.
are you? Are you like leaning out the
I
window?
want to
doing
be
this?
like right out the window. Like,
Which
kinda
window is
Okay.
he at,
Yeah.
and which window am I at?
So
And they said to reach into our bag, so I'm gonna reach
which one
into
of
my
you
bag.
is which one of you is this?
That's me.
That's you. Okay, so you're going to be at we'll say there in the middle. So you're out here at this
So
window.
you guys who know me, this is starting
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Tort law.
Oh.
Sorry, real quick.
Sorry.
You're leaning over someone's lap right here, and dealing with these guys over here.
How many I got?
There's two of them kind of towards the back there. These guys are staying up in the front, and these guys are dealing with Gabriel. And then Rosaline, you're kind of in the middle of the seat there.
Okay. In conjunction with what I'll let you keep going, and then I'll see where we go.
I just say, now, this may not seem valuable to you, but those who ignore the word of law, a word of God, why God's going to strike them down. And then I want to draw my derringer from inside.
Whoa!
I want to cast fear on them as he's doing that.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So you're drawing a gun on him?
Yes.
We're in a combat.
Yeah.
Figured.
Goody.
Let's do it, right?
We are in.
I had an idea, but that's okay.
We're in a battle
I'm-
to the death.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like we was warned lots that like the combat was going to kill us like immediately, and then to immediately step into combat does feel a little like a trap.
Yeah, but I think I can handle it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Your character thinks you can handle it, or you, the player, thinks you can
My
handle it?
character
Because
thinks I can
me,
handle
the
it.
player,
All right,
thinks
guys.
well, you're not going to handle this. But
So-
the character is like, whatevs.
I've got the major hindrance of overconfidence.
Oh dear heavens.
We're in a fight now. You guys can hear the very soft fight music happening there.
Very soft.
So you drew on them. All right, and they're not surprised. I mean, they're taken aback, but they had their weapons out. They were ready. They were ready for a fight. So they're definitely a little bit put off. But this isn't going to catch them off guard. This isn't going to afford
Sure.
a surprise round. So what we're going to do is we're going to deal everyone in to this fight. All right?
Okay.
So here's how we do initiative. We're going to deal everyone a card.
Hey,
Moontang
Moontang
Spacewalk.
Spacewalk.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the
Thank
follow.
Did
All
we
right.
say thanks for Snack Attack, too?
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
So Gabriel,
But thanks again.
you got an 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts.
Tort Law, 3 of
Mother.
spades. Bad luck. Rosaline, 5 of diamonds.
All right.
James Bogue, King of clubs. All right, for all of these bandits here, 4 of clubs. Not
Well,
too bad.
mother,
And for Johnny down there,
darn darn it.
10 of diamonds.
Diamonds. Ooh.
10 of diamonds. All right. So we're going to count down from ace all the way down. And that's going to determine who goes first. So right now, it's looking like James was up there just kind of fingering his side pieces, which is a thing I can say that means something different in the Old West. So, get out of here with your innuendo, chat.
And then I
could
take my
also
hand
mean-
out of my pocket, put it on my gun.
Okay. No, he went there. All right. So these guys, you can't quite see what Gabriel's doing, but he's leading up to something, and all of a sudden there's a rush of commotion,
Okay.
and you can only assume that he has pulled the good word out of his book, and stuff's about to go down here. So whatever it is that you were about to do,
Do it now.
Gabriel's throwing it out the window. It's time to put up or shut up. PFW Scott, thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Real quick.
Yes.
Can I tell the rifle he has? Can I tell anything about that rifle?
Not at this distance.
Too far.
Yeah, it's a bit far. It definitely looks. It doesn't look crappy.
Right.
It looks nice.
Looks nice. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do is shoot. Okay. Yep.
You're gonna shoot?
I'm gonna shoot.
Well, probably. Okay. What I want to do is knock the luggage off the stagecoach onto these guys. Like I want to try and kick over like a steamer trunk onto them.
Okay. So yeah, there's steamer trunks kind of lining the edge right here. So there's 2 guys right underneath you. If you want to make a strength roll to just kick that steamer trunk over the edge and just knock it down on top of them, I'll allow that.
And
okay.
then
So that's
can-
gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to try and do is basically kick it off and come down with it, so it's sort of a surprise.
You want to ride a steamer trunk down on top of these guys?
Well, like pull it with me as I go down. So the steamer trunk goes down on top of 2 guys, and I basically.
Okay, so hold on. So you're jumping down
Yeah.
with the steamer trunk behind you, and you're gonna kind of sling it over.
So it's like
This is. Hold on. Yeah.
so here's the steamer trunk
There it
right
is.
here, and we're on the side.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab it.
Okay.
And then basically use my weight and just go off with it. Just pull
Gotcha.
it with me.
That then. Yeah, we'll keep it a strength roll. We'll keep it a strength roll.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'll use my dice. So that's a.
A 4 is a success. So you're going to pull off the steamer trunk and jump down with it, which will put you down right there.
Great.
And it's not overly high. It's probably about 7-8 feet above the ground here. But when you drop off, you're fine. It comes crashing down on top of these 2 guys though, and they go down. Let's see. Damage for a heavy steamer trunk dropping on top of you.
It was full of gold ingots.
It was full of
the way.
gold
That's
ingots.
by the way.
seriously.
know that
That's
it
heavy.
was.
They're dead.
I don't
Is
know.
what I'm saying is.
It was ironclad and it had spikes on it.
Let's give you a D6. We'll give you a D6 damage.
Okay. How about 1?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Big old 1.
Now you could spend a fate chip to re-roll that.
Can you reroll damage with a fate chip?
Oh no,
No,
you
you
can't.
can't.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
But a bin and a bit. The cursed Spanish coins I can.
Cursed Spanish coins you can't use for that either. Just for trait rolls.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a different kind of fate chip you can do that with, but we won't find those for a while. All right, so it
Chat,
definitely
donate to make us find them.
don't do that.
Right now.
It definitely upsets them, but it comes down on top of them, and they can kind of see it coming, so they brace for it. It does knock them prone,
Okay.
and it's going to take them their next round probably to get it off of them and get out from underneath it.
Great.
So is that all you were going to do on this round?
If I can bring it down and basically draw and crouch right and towards these guys.
Right towards these guys.
So the steamer trunk is somewhat giving me cover.
From these guys?
No, from him.
Oh, from him. Oh,
Yeah.
you're drawing on him.
No, I'm drawing on them.
Okay.
But giving myself cover.
Cool. You can definitely do that.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. So give me your card. Hand it in. All right. Who's up next? Looks like Johnny down there on his horse. So he's kind of watching all of this. He's a little bit taken aback. Didn't expect much trouble from this. So he kind of pulls his rifle out and just readies it. But he seems to be waiting to see if he's going to need to take any action or if this is going to be something that his men can immediately just put down. So he's going to go on hold.
Oof.
All right. Next up is Gabriel Pryor.
All right.
So you pulled out your Derringer,
I'm just gonna shoot.
and I'll give you that for free. We'll say you pulled that out before the fight, so that's your catching him off guard. You don't have
Okay.
to draw it right now. So you're just going to try and shoot him point blank.
Yep.
All right. So there's a little bit of distance between you. So I won't make this ordinarily. If you're trying to fire a gun in melee with somebody, you're trying to hit their parry instead of the standard 4 for shooting someone with a ranged attack. But we'll say that he kind of is taken aback, and you have enough space to open up a shot with
All right.
with the Derringer.
Okay, so that's my shooting roll, right?
That is your shooting roll.
And I'm a D6 on shooting.
Okay, so you're gonna roll that in your wild die.
And the wild die hits. Well, they both hit.
Yeah, they do. So you got a 5.
Yep.
So you shoot him. So that is a successful shot. Now you're gonna roll your damage.
And the damage on Derringer is 2d6. So, here, let me please. I'll roll. Oh, I don't roll wild
no
dice
wild
with
die
this.
for damage.
No wild die for damage.
I could just use the wild die and it wouldn't have. It'll do. 5.
5. That is enough.
Yes.
That is enough to damage him. So you just kind of whip out the word and just fire a good long sermon right into his chest.
By the way, chat, the Derringer I pull out has the word engraved on the side of it. So
All he needs is the word.
that's again.
So that guy is 100% shaken by this. It hits him in the shoulder. It's kind of a grazing blow from the Derringer, so it doesn't actually wound him, but he is shaken. So that is the first part of wounding someone in Savage Worlds, is you have to shake them. So he is now shaken, as indicated by him being laid flat. Not to be confused with being prone under a steamer trunk, which is not shaken.
Right.
You know what, though? I'll say that was probably pretty shaking for them. I'm just going to rule that as a shaken on
Okay.
them.
That's nice
Yeah,
of you.
they're shaken.
I'm into that.
All right, so that was great.
Cool.
Hand it in. All right, next up.
It's me.
Okay, now, I just want to remind you real quick that the casting of spells is a thing that the average person doesn't even know is a possibility, and something they tend to react violently and angrily and suspiciously towards. So are you sure that that's something you want to do right now?
What I'm wanting to do is basically cast it in conjunction with everything he was saying to heighten what he was saying.
Okay. I'm less focused
So-
on the outlaws and more focused on the other people in the stagecoach with you.
So, but if we coach this, like I'm basically performing a miracle almost.
Yeah.
Would that maybe?
That's my thought
Potentially,
process.
if you can call down a miracle that looks like the Joker on a deck of cards became gigantic and animate and started terrorizing.
it has to be that specific.
That is what we
Okay.
decided your trapping is.
Okay.
So, is that what you want to do?
I mean, it is, but I was thinking of it differently.
I mean, hey, if you guys think you can play that off as a miracle, I'm all for it.
Hey, I'm willing. I mean, Gabriel thinks he can talk it off as a miracle.
and I think you can too, so let's do it.
All right.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Okay, so in reaction to what's happening, you fan out a deck of cards that people nearby, were they suspicious, were they watching, would notice is not an ordinary deck of cards. In fact, it appeared in your hands out of nowhere, and as you fan it out, are you going to use your power points, or are you going to make a
I'm
deal?
going to use my power points in this
Okay.
instance.
All right, so as you fan it out, you're going to spend your power points.
So 2 power points for this.
And just so you guys know, all of the sounds and tracks that I will be utilizing in this game are courtesy of Wes Otis and Plate Mail Games.
Great
So you
stuff.
can find those on Drive-Thru RPG, or you can go to Plate Mail Games website to find that. Wes does some really awesome stuff.
We
I
like
think
that
if
guy.
you enter in !PMG in chat, you'll pull up the information. So
All right. Okay.
So I want to cast this.
Yeah.
And assuming it all works, should I roll first or should I tell you what I want to happen?
You want to roll first.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you whether or not you get to make that happen.
Okay.
So you're going to make a spell casting roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a D8.
So first you spend your power points,
Right, I did that.
and then you make your spell casting roll.
All right, here goes. 7.
7.
Yes.
That is a success, but not with a raise. Just a normal success. Okay.
Okay.
So, what happens?
So once I cast this and this Joker appears over, and I want to.
So yeah, so you fan out the cards, you draw a Joker, and the Joker comes bursting off of the card. And where are you setting down your large burst?
I want this to be over here where the people he's talking to.
Okay.
But I want to try to this part, the deck of cards part in my hand. I don't really want to play up as much. I want to try and do it to the side.
Yeah,
so
that's
if I
fine.
can kind of maybe do it to his back a little bit, like in between
Well,
us.
so you're going to lay down your large burst template. So you probably want to do that outside here. So it's probably going to manifest up here above them.
Right, but I just don't want. I don't want people seeing the Joker coming from my deck if I can help it.
Well,
I'm not
right now,
necessarily
people
trying
are-
to conceal it. I'm
Sure.
just trying to be careful.
okay. You are careful.
And then
I want it to come over here.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I want to say, it's from God Himself. It's a sign.
Okay.
As that comes out.
So what do they have to do to resist this? The sudden appearance
They-
of God's evil cackling Joker.
God, so known for his use of cackling.
Old Testament God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The cackling Joker was, man, that was a
All,
common trope in the
all
Bible.
things are God's work.
Abraham, is this your card?
Yeah, it sure is. Good job, God.
They have to make a guts
Supposed
check.
to take those out of the deck, but that's fine. They have to make a guts check.
Yes.
All right, these outlaws are going to make a guts check to try and resist the sudden fear they feel. Oh man, they don't even have guts. So they don't have it, so they're going to be rolling a d4 -2.
Good.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to have to
You can just roll.
do
it.
one of
Roll
these.
it.
What?
Throw them.
Throw it. Ha! Thanks, Celine.
Good luck.
That's a 3 -2. They fail super hard.
Hurrah!
So what happens now? They are panicked, right?
They are panicked.
All right,
yes.
so they take one look at this giant cackling Joker that has appeared in the air above, and they go, "Oh my gosh, an evil miracle from God!" And they turn and start running. So they are going to spend their next turn running as far away from you guys as they can. Thank you for the sud.
Polyhedromancer.
Polyhedromancer.
Thank you.
Mathematical.
They get a free. They can give us a free cursed Spanish gold.
Yeah, let Brian know in chat who you want to get your free piece of cursed Spanish gold for subbing.
Thank
You
you.
can go to any one of these guys.
Or to the table.
Yeah, or to the table.
Can I yell, "The angels of God look horrible to the sinner"?
You can. And that's a good thing to yell.
Makes
All right.
all these people feel real bad.
Turn in your card.
They're sinners.
Oh, I saw a unicorn. Everything's fine. Okay, so now it is the outlaws. So these four guys right here are just going to book it as hard as they can, and they are all going to run. So they're going to roll their run die. So you can take an action in combat to roll a d6 and add that to your pace, and that's all you can do. You can run that far. So they're going to do that. They're going to roll a 2, so they're going to book it 8 squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is off behind the hill. He's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. These guys are all gone. They are just running for the hills. Those guys are not having
Kermit
any
arms?
part of this. Yeah. Oh no, Clamson, get out of there.
Hey, thanks.
High key backspa. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Thanks.
These guys are gonna push and shove together. Well, first I said they were shaken.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to roll to unshake. So that's gonna be a spirit roll.
Good luck.
And these guys' spirit is just a d6.
You gotta shake it off.
There you go.
All right. So yeah, they probably aced that, but it doesn't really matter for that. So they are not shaken.
Okay.
So they're gonna push this steamer trunk off and they're gonna stand up.
Great.
This one here has a knife. This one's got a gun. And Bogue, they got eyes set right on you.
Really?
So it's free to stand up. That just costs 2 of their movement. This one is going to kind of sidestep out over here, and he's going to swipe at you with his knife.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-oh.
He rolled a 2. Now he's trying to beat your parry. Does a 2 beat your parry?
It sure doesn't.
Oh, man. So he goes wide. You're crouched and ready for him, Bogue. This ain't the first time someone's tried to swipe at you with a knife. And this guy is going to try and take a step back here. Now he is withdrawing from melee combat with you, so you get a free attack on him if you'd like to take that.
Yeah, I'd like to just spin around and just.
Oh, but you have a gun.
Oh, I have to hit him.
Yeah, you would have to try and clock him.
Okay, I'm gonna try and. I'll just try and.
Are you going to try and clock him with your offhand, or kind of hit him, club him with the butt of your gun?
Club him with the butt of my gun.
All right, so that's your right hand. Everyone's assumed to be right-handed unless you guys tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
So that's going to be at a -1 because you're using the gun as an improvised weapon. So just make a fighting roll
Okay.
at a -1.
2.
That's not going to do it.
All right.
Unless you want to use, for this, you could use a fate chip or a cursed piece of Spanish gold.
We've got a bunch.
Yeah, sure. I'll use a curse.
Yeah, let's start
Just
with
know
the
I
betting,
am
right?
honor bound to use this against you guys. It's not me,
Sure.
I don't want to. It's the curse.
Oh, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, re-rolling it.
Well,
Oh.
no
3 and a 2. Well, it's 1 better, because
Nope.
last time you rolled a 3 and a 1.
But -1.
But you still miss.
Okay.
All right, so you miss with your club and attack at him, and he's going to try and fire a shot at you with
Okay.
his gun.
Good luck.
He also misses. You know what, though? I'm going to re-roll that with this cursed piece of
Ooh.
Spanish gold.
Let's see what happens.
The curse came back so quickly.
Oh, I lommeled it, so that doesn't count. Oh, can you hand that back to me?
Ouchies.
Oh, no.
A 9. So he's trying to hit a 4. So he did, and he hit with a raise.
I
so
thought
he's
he was
going to
trying
add.
to hit his
Yeah.
parry.
No, because he's
No.
firing with a gun. So when
Oh.
you're firing with a gun, your target number is 4, unless someone is. Actually, you said you were
But they're-
crouching.
Yeah.
So he would be at -1, but that's still an 8. All right,
But is it it's no longer no.
it is still a
It is
raise.
Still a
because
raise,
it's
okay.
one
Damn.
more for of it.
Well, Dom, it's been good knowing you.
Talene, real quick. Sifitrex
Yes.
was going to give you a draw, but you had already gotten a draw. So instead, he liquidated that draw.
Yeah.
Turned it into liquid gold. And then over the course of hundreds of years, he reformed it into cursed Spanish gold
What?
and dropped a whole bundle of it on Tortlaw.
Whoa!
Tortlaw.
This is from Sifitrex, just for Tortlaw.
Wow, Sifitrex.
Wow.
It's a couple fistfuls of
Thank
cursed
you.
Spanish gold.
There's a
Sifitrex?
lot of curses going around.
That's
Meanwhile,
Thank you.
back to James Bow getting his head blown off.
yeah.
So that's ordinarily it's a 2d6 that he would roll for his gun. But because he got a raise on his attack roll, he's going to add another d6 to that. So
Great.
can I borrow a d6 from one of you fine folks here? Let's roll this up. Ooh, can you hand me that 6, please?
Woo! Don't die, Dom.
16.
16. Dom, what is your toughness?
5.
5. Okay, so a 9, a 5 hits your toughness. A 9 would be a raise. A 13 would be another raise. So that is a hit with 2 raises. So
Leave a mark.
leave a mark. Thank you for the
Thank
follow.
you.
Thank you, Lemar.
Thanks.
Wait. You got a 13? Wait, what did you get?
No, a 16.
You got a 16. Okay,
16,
yeah,
yeah.
so you did get 2 more raises.
That's a hit with 2 raises.
Yep.
So you are shaken,
Okay.
and you have 2 wounds.
Ouch. Ouch.
Now, before you mark that down,
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
use a
I can
fate chip to soak some of those wounds. Now, what that would do is you would spend a fate chip, and then you're going to make a vigor roll. For every success, if you succeed on your vigor roll, you're going to soak 1 wound. For every raise you get on top of that, you'll soak an additional wound.
Okay.
So, would you like to soak? And I highly recommend that you
Yep,
do.
I would like to soak.
Okay, make your soak roll. Hand me that fate chip. All right, it's a white one. Back in the pot.
And this is with a wild die, right?
Yes, it is. So make your vigor roll.
Right.
That's a 5. Okay, so you soak one of those. You could spend another fate chip or a piece of cursed Spanish gold to re-roll that and try and go for higher.
No, I don't want to re-roll this.
Okay,
No,
You're gonna keep it.
I'm gonna keep that.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I didn't understand. I was trying to understand the rule. So you can only soak once, but you can re-roll the vigor roll of the soak.
But if
Got
it's
it.
worse, then you have to take the worst. It's
Right,
not
you
No.
good.
have-
No,
No,
if
you
you
keep
keep
it-
you take the better one.
Oh,
every
okay,
Yeah.
good, good.
yeah.
It's only ever good to
Okay.
use a
Megan,
roll the fate check.
Yeah.
Rosaline, Polyhedromancer has given you his cursed piece of Spanish gold
Thank
for
you,
subbing.
Polyhedromancer.
All right, so you are
Well,
surprised.
maybe I'll re-roll it. Maybe
You're
I'll
gonna try and re-roll it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna spend a piece of cursed Spanish gold.
Is that right?
I don't care. I got all the stuff I need.
curse. Okay.
But he's just going to use right back at you.
I'm just gonna hold this.
No.
Be like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're gonna keep the
I'll
5.
keep the 5.
Okay.
So much.
So 1 wound.
And I could be wrong on that, but I'll check later. For now, we'll say yeah. That's how it works.
Don't
so
put
you're
that
gonna
curse
soak
on
1 wound.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you can re-roll.
Get
I think you
curse
can
all
re-roll
over
and keep
me.
the better one.
You keep the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember reading
yeah. I just read it like.
He
an
just
hour
read it, guys.
ago. I just read it.
That's canon.
I,
All right, so you soak 1 wound. So he goes to retreat from you, and you whip around to hit him with the butt of your pistol. But just as you're finishing up the arc of that, he fires off a shot and catches you totally off guard. So you are shaken, and you are
Oh, yeah.
wounded. So since you're shaken, and you're a wild card, it's hard to keep track. We'll just put that little shaken token there on the map,
Okay.
pointing at you, reminding you that you are shaken.
Oh, that's me that's shaking.
That's you that is shaken. So you are shaken and wounded. Okay,
All right.
these guys back here,
Do you have boots on?
um,
Are you shaking in your boots?
I'm gonna tell you here, James.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for you. Because all the guys on this side, they done run off.
Right.
But all the guys over here,
Well, they had some joker yelling at them.
Over here,
They did.
There was a
Always
miracle on that side
Yeah.
of the stagecoach.
They're
over
trying to
there.
do like normal people stuff.
yeah. Over here, things aren't looking so good.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can hear all of this
Roll up a
happening.
new character while we do
Yeah,
this?
go ahead and roll up a new character. These guys both have knives,
Oh.
and they're gonna try and swipe at you.
Okay.
Because there's literally no one else out there for them to swipe at.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah.
did spit onion in one of their faces.
Yeah, but you didn't drop a steamer trunk on their buddies.
It's true, I didn't.
All right, so
Next time.
this
Sorry.
one's gonna try and swipe at you.
I was trying to distract him.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
good.
Give me that again.
Dap it.
Good.
You gotta stop acing these.
So that's an 11. So
Yeah.
what is your parry?
5.
5. Okay, so that is a hit
raise one.
with 1 raise. Okay, so he's going to get to roll double damage for that. So that's going to be 2d4 plus 1. I should have had more dice. Can I borrow a d4 from somebody?
I have a whole bag of
No,
dice
I do
if you
too.
want.
I just didn't grab them. I'm just gonna roll these.
But I mean, I can put them right here open and then.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he hit with a raise. I apologize, guys. He gets an extra d6.
Oh.
That always happens.
Thank you, BSB Care.
Beast Care, thank you for the donation.
Take care.
5. Does that meet your toughness?
It meets it. Yes.
Okay, so you are already shaken, so that will be another wound.
Okay.
Unless you want to soak it.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna soak it.
Okay, roll to soak. You're gonna use a redden.
Yeah. 6.
Ooh, oh, you done aced it.
So if you need more dice, you can just.
Thank you. Thank you.
9. So
9?
I did it with 1 raise.
Forsaken. Oh my
cow.
gosh.
Shaken.
Thank you for the
Whoa.
donation.
Whoa.
What is
Did
Thank
Did we
you.
hit a magic?
Well, we definitely unlocked tier level 3, and I think this might have hit tier level 4 for us, but we'll check. Real quick though, BSB Care has donated some cursed Spanish gold,
Ooh.
and he's divvying this up left and right. So we got
Yeah.
1 to Jordan, 1 to Megan,
Thank you.
2 to Talene,
Gold!
and 2 to Dom.
BSB Care.
Thank you very much.
She's eating an
Thank you,
onion,
BSB
and
Care.
she is spitting it in people's faces.
Yep.
Okay.
It's real gold. These are actually
I
made of gold, chat.
I'm so
amazing.
rich right now.
Thank you, campaign coins.
What?
Yes.
Rich and cursed.
Okay.
It's my
Guys.
favorite kind of rich.
Forsaken has, is that for the last cumulative goal? So we've hit the 4th one, the top tier. Okay, so we have unlocked all cumulative goals.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
You guys are
Wow.
amazing. Thank you. Forsaken has also donated a buttload of cursed Spanish gold for the table. So this is 3 for each of you.
Whoa.
So there's that for you.
I don't think we're ever going to have to just accept a roll again.
There's that for
But
you.
it's gonna bite us in the butt.
Yeah.
I know.
I think it's
Neither
all of
will
them.
I. There's 3 for you,
Thank you.
and there's 3 for Megan. Nope, you gave yours away.
Yes.
Too nice.
But Forsaken also wanted to point out, not one bit of that goes to me. Not one bit.
None,
None from
call,
Martha
Megan.
Jordan.
Thank you.
Except all of it.
Except
after
all
we
of it
get
eventually.
I don't think he gets how that works.
It all comes back. That's the curse. All right. So that guy hit you with a raise, right? Is that where we were? Did he roll damage?
Yeah, but I got a raise.
You soaked it.
I soaked it and I got a raise.
And you
so,
got a raise.
Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, all you do is soak it because he was only going to do 1 wound.
Uh-huh.
But good on you. You done soaked it. So he comes over and slashes at you with the knife, but you just kind of like duck out of the way, and he just slashes you in your coat, your
Okay.
nice black shiny coat. The other guy though, he's going to try and attack you as well.
I'd like to see him try.
Would
You
you?
get that.
Would you? I
get
don't
to
think.
see him try.
He misses.
3.
Yeah, see?
But you know what? I'm going to re-roll that with this cursed piece of Spanish
Wait,
gold
where did you get that?
from chat.
Yes.
And he hella misses. All right. So that is it for them. Tortlaw,
Well,
Bogue is in trouble.
here's. Let me tell you what I would like to do, and you tell me if I can do this in one turn.
Okay.
I would like to go out the window on the other side, crawl under the stagecoach, and then hamstring all of them.
All of them?
Well, as many as I can.
We'll start with 1. But
What if I get my blowgun out and just like start shooting like crazy from under there?
from underneath the stagecoach, you
Yeah.
can definitely do that. But okay, so here's how this is going to work. So let's see. You're right here.
Yeah.
You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could get underneath the stagecoach on this turn. But if you do that and pull out your blowgun.
That's it? That's
Well,
my whole
because
turn?
that's because you
Okay.
can do as many actions in a turn as you want to. It's just the penalties start to stack up. So pulling out your blowgun, that's an action. Moving out of the coach, if it was just movement, that would be fine. But you're going to be climbing out of it. It's going to take a little bit more of you. So I'm going to say that's an action as well.
Okay.
So then attacking at that point is another action. So that's going to be at a -4 for you to use your blowgun.
But when I strike a foe unawares, I get a +2 to my damage
To your
rolls.
damage, but not to your attack.
So if I just go out this window and pull out my tomahawk and start slashing people, they can see me do it. Lame. That's less turns, which means less.
Just jumping out that window and slashing someone with your tomahawk, you can do that this turn and not take any bonus. I mean, any negatives.
I guess
Or bonus.
I'll do that.
But the plus side is you're acting much faster, and you might actually save James's life.
That's what I'm thinking.
Instead of setting up a sweet blowgun attack that could leave him.
Imagine the blowgun attack I could have done
And
if
then the
James
blowgun
hadn't
attack
gotten
misses,
himself
and
into
we're
trouble.
like, it was worth it. How could it miss though? Look at all this Spanish
Right.
gold.
Sweet, sweet Spanish gold. That's what I'm doing.
Forsaken is clarifying that all of that Spanish gold was actually for me. He's just tricking all of you guys
Got it.
because it's all going to me.
I was
Clever.
tricked.
Yeah.
Well played.
Clever.
You guys thought he
I
was
was
being
too.
nice. He's not. He's being nice to me.
Wow.
All right. So you're gonna go leaping out the window with your tomahawk?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that sounds badass.
Here's what and I'm also like, because I have to climb over somebody, like I'm gonna do that without any regard to their person. Like I'm gonna step on them and put my hand on their face
Okay.
and launch myself off them with their face.
Could
Okay.
be the child.
Could it be?
Yeah,
No.
there's another child in the back, a loathsome child, eating a gigantic lollipop, and he's been slurping it noisily, which is super annoying to you. Like, who eats like that inside of a
Ugh.
stagecoach? Super annoying. You can shove his lollipop into his face as
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go leaping out.
That's what I'm doing.
He goes, my lollipop.
Yeah. And then I'm like, onion hand.
Okay, so you're
I
gonna
don't
go.
say that, though.
You're gonna
I
go
just think it in my
flying
head.
out of the stagecoach with your tomahawk.
Yep.
And you're just gonna try and flying tackle one of these guys and swipe
Yeah.
at him. Okay. This guy was holding his action, and he's watching everything happen. As soon as he sees you start flying out of there, he's gonna try and fire on you. So
Bring
he's
it.
gonna try and interrupt your action with his hold. So you're gonna make an opposed agility roll with him right now.
Opposed agility roll. Well, agility for me is 8.
Okay.
And wild die.
And you get to roll your wild die. So make your roll.
7.
7. Okay. And this is his.
Oh, he can't touch
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Woo!
He
You
didn't do
should
it.
re-roll that.
He didn't do it.
No, you should re-roll that.
I don't have any rerolls right now.
Oh,
I don't have
too
any,
bad.
guys.
Oh, yeah, you want one?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Because we've got a bunch.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Do you? All right. So he will go after you then. So you get to finish your turn. So which one of these guys are you trying to take out? Guys, I don't have any
Closest.
fingernails. Can someone? Oh, wait, I got it. This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go flying out. This guy is not prepared for a sudden fury of tort law coming out of the stagecoach
No
window.
one's ever prepared for a fury of tort law.
So you're gonna swipe at him with your tomahawk. All right, do that. No, I mean make the roll.
Right?
Did you guys see that? She
Whoa.
did it so fast, her
Wow.
tomahawk vanished into another space-time.
Okay. So that's fighting, right?
That is.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Do it.
With cursed Spanish gold.
And that's right.
All right.
There we go.
All right, that's an ace, so re-roll that. 10.
10.
Okay, so you were trying to hit his parry. That is a hit with a raise.
Awesome.
So you get to roll your damage and add another d6 of damage to that.
Okay.
Nobody ever expects a flying tort law.
No one ever expects a flying tort law. So strength.
Guys, this battle to the death has gotten real dramatic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
12.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow.
All right, so you hit him for 12. So he's focused on James. He's the one that tried to slash at you and hit you in the coat. And then all of a sudden, there is a crash from behind him as you come flying out of the window. And he turns just in time to see the tomahawk being buried in his face and goes down. That guy dead.
He done died.
As well as
He's
he should
dead.
be.
All right, and then you are, I'm going to say you continue your roll to prone over here.
Can I?
And
Do
then
it
roll
cool,
up.
though?
You
Can I
know
be
what?
cool?
That was super cool. You'll flip right up right behind this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
How's that feel? That seems cool.
Can I do another action then?
No, because you would have had to have said
Gotcha.
that ahead of time, so I would have applied the
done less.
negatives to your
Understood.
first action.
Understood.
I have just a general question.
Yeah.
Do fate chips or Spanish gold hold over sessions?
Fate chips do not. You guys will draw new fate chips at the beginning of each session. Spanish gold will hold from session to session.
Okay.
Evolving illustrations. Thank you for the
Thank
follow.
you.
Hey,
And
evolving.
thank you for continuing to move forward. All right, so that was it for you. All right, Johnny tried to interrupt you, but you were too fast. He wasn't prepared for a fury
super fast.
storm of tort law, but now he's going to fire at you.
Bring it.
However, you are now covered by all of these people here, so he's going to be at a disadvantage trying to hit you. He's going to be at a -2.
Do it.
And let's see how many squares away he is from you.
Lots. You can try to hit me.
He's also going to be at another -2 for the range. All right, so this is going to be difficult for him. Oh,
Ooh.
unless he rolls a 6. Can I have that one back? So that's an 8 -4, which is a 4, and that's what he needed to hit you. So
Okay.
he's going to hit you with this rifle.
This guy's a sharpshooter.
Yeah, he is. And he's looking sharp as well. I'm just going to grab one of these D8s in here. Thank you
Look
for
at
the
that
open
course,
jester
of
bag
course.
there.
That's what they're for.
Oh no, they
Wow.
both
Ah!
aced. Can you hand those back to me?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Oh no!
Can you hand that one back to me?
Stop it.
Can
Oh,
we
hold on.
use this gold to reroll your rolls?
Nope. Okay. So correct me if
my
I'm
God,
wrong.
you
That's a
murdered
31.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's a 31 for damage. So what is your toughness?
My toughness
38.
is 5.
Okay. Your toughness is 5.
Uh-huh.
So he hit with a whole lot of raises. He has shaken you and wounded you more than 3 times. So Talene, you are
Can I
incapacitated
try to soak?
unless you soak it. Yeah,
I can use the red or the white.
you can.
How many
Wait, why is
raises
the-
is that total?
Okay, so what was your toughness?
5.
5, and he got a 31. So 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 29. So that's 6 raises. For right now, since this is our first fight, and because I'm not quite sure how this works, I'm only going to make you soak 4 wounds, because that's the maximum you can take before
Wait a
you're
minute.
incapacitated.
Can I use not today, even though it's not against me?
What does it say?
It says play after any other character's attack roll to cause it to automatically fail. This is a critical failure.
You can.
Boom! It fails.
Okay.
God is on our side.
So
Nice.
technically, that would have had to have happened after the attack roll, but we're all learning here
I
together.
apologize.
And that was
I-
the damage
It's
roll.
not even occurred to me.
Totally
so-
cool.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the thought.
Excellent usage of it. Thank you for the host, Havana Rama.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to put that one back
Yeah.
in the deck. That was an excellent and selfless use of that. So what happened here? Gabriel, can you describe to me how you were able to make that bullet miss?
That Joker
Man,
came
that's
back.
a pretty big.
Brian's got a suggestion that I think's a good one. You're holding a pretty stout and heavy Bible, aren't you?
Yes.
And maybe something about this timing just struck you as like all of a sudden you just got this hunch.
Yeah, I got.
I
a hunch.
should throw
You know
this
what I
Bible
did?
out the
Yeah.
window.
It's just like a.
So the Bible goes sailing in slow motion out the window, and Tortlaw, covered in a spray of blood from the man she tomahawked in the face, whips her head around just in time to see a rifle flash, the muzzle flash from the rifle, and see the bullet traveling towards her, almost in bullet time. And as she prepares to meet her maker, a Bible comes cartwheeling into her frame of vision and is hit and goes sailing over her head, totally
Can I
intercepting
catch
that
the
bullet.
Bible?
You cannot. Come on, that would be
No.
ridiculous. That
That'd
doesn't
be
make
so
any
cool.
sense. That doesn't make any sense.
You're right.
I'm gonna yell. You shut the Bible, son. You are damned.
All right, guys. That is the end of that combat round. We are still in combat, though.
Oh, thank you, Crotus82.
Thank
Thank you for
Yeah,
the
thanks for
follow.
the follow.
All
Or
right.
it could be Trotus.
So Gabriel, you got the 8 of clubs.
8.
Tortlaw, Jack of clubs.
Okay.
Rosaline,
Up on your feet.
10 of hearts. James Bogue, King of hearts.
Ooh.
The remaining bandits, 10 of spades. And Johnny, way down there, a bit disheartened by the magical Bible saving that he just witnessed, 7 of diamonds. All right.
I could see how that would get to him.
Oh,
James.
Wait, actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
What does critical failing do?
Oh, that's right. It was a
That's a
critical
critical
failure. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes, you're right. I forgot it was a critical failure.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I'm sorry. I keep bringing these things
No,
up
no, no.
after
That's
the fact.
that's very important. So he sees that happen, and and just in complete awe and shock, just goes, "What in the hell?" and drops his rifle underneath the horse. He's so taken aback that he just goes completely wide-eyed, drops his rifle, and it just kind of rolls into the dirt underneath his horse, and he's not going to be able to use it for right now. Not till he gets down and gets it. All right? So, James, you're up first, and you're shaken. So the very first thing you're going to have to do is roll
Get
to
rid of the
unshake.
shaken, right? And that's a vigor roll?
You are going to make a spirit roll
Spirit
to
roll.
unshake.
Okay.
Spirit roll.
Spirit's a D8.
Spirit is a D8.
Oof. Dang.
Re-roll.
Here, give me-
Okay, hold on. Real quick, this
Yeah.
reminds me. You handing me this cursed piece of Spanish
Uh-huh,
gold.
Uh-huh.
Christian Limke thinks that maybe you should get a little more cursed Spanish gold,
really?
James Bogue. He thinks
Oh.
you should have that.
Woo.
And you know what else he
nice.
thinks?
Thank you, Christian.
He thinks you should be healed of that wound.
What?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Really?
somewhere out in the wastes, a mysterious stranger tips his hat to you. And you feel a distant burst of determination bloom within you. And all of a sudden, it's like this wound isn't even there. You know, upon further examination, that's only a scratch.
Yeah.
You got this.
My pipe lights up anew and just like a train
Or Popeye.
smokestack. Or Popeye.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
All right. But still shaking.
Yeah, you're still
Okay.
shaking, so you
Pour
gotta
a full
unshake.
can of spinach into your
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah. That's how that works.
5's all you needed
Right.
to unshake. So you are
Okay.
unshaken. That is a free action.
Okay,
So
cool.
now you are unshaken. You can act normally.
All right, you sons of bitches. I'm going to. I'm talking about the outlaws, not you guys. Just so that, just so I'm
Oh.
clear.
Phew.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
I felt
I know you guys were like
terrible for a minute.
wondering.
I would like to point out right now,
Yeah.
since this is the first time we've really had a combat and we're all learning together. Right now, if you were to melee attack this guy,
Yeah.
you would get a gang up bonus from Tortlaw being right there,
Okay.
which means you would get a +1 to your attack. And I say this because really all of those guys ganging up on you should have had some bonuses to their attacks, but it's fine because they didn't need it. So that's something to consider if you were to make a melee attack right there. But keep in mind, if you stand where you are, if one of these guys attacks you, they're going to get a bonus against you as well.
Right.
So that's just some food for thought there. Guys, how dramatic is this music?
This is great.
Super
The longer it goes, the more
The
dramatic
more
it gets.
dramatic it gets, yeah.
Battle to the death from Plate Mail Games.
We gotta just get some more Cone soundtracks in the mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
except we have to pay for those.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. We just be muted in the VOD.
Yeah, that's
all.
fine.
Gosh, man, I really want to shoot these guys. Well, let's do it. I'm gonna shoot these two guys. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
fan the hammer.
You're gonna fan the hammer and shoot
Yeah,
both of them.
just-
Now, do you want to fan the hammer 3 more times? Because I believe you've taken 1 shot, right?
I haven't shot nobody yet.
Did you not?
No, I hit him.
No.
Oh, you tried to
Yeah,
club
yeah,
him.
that's right.
Oh yeah, you haven't shot anybody.
Yeah.
You could shoot. You could
Or done
empty.
3
You could
times.
empty your can. You could shoot 6 times. Which it's going to be a -4 no matter to all your shots, no matter how many shots you take. So you might as well unload the chamber. Also, the Bard 1971 would like to buy you a piece of cursed Spanish
What?
gold.
Thank you, Bar 1971. I will put it with my others. They're having a party.
You guys are suddenly
That is
like
crazy.
you've discovered the treasure of Sierra Madre over here at the table.
It turns out that pack was full of gold.
Yeah, that
Right, yeah.
Cybertruck just.
It just bursts open and rolls out, and everyone's like, "Oh, free gold!"
Look at all this Spanish gold.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with this.
No, I'll take some.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
So
Anything
boom, boom,
smell
boom,
cursey
boom, boom,
in here,
boom.
you?
Well, sorry. Boom, 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 boom.
so 3 shots on each of them.
Yeah.
Okay. No, against these 2, you're going to be trying to hit their parry because you're in melee with them. This one's the only one you're going to be trying to hit a 4 with.
Oh, then I'll. If I move here, do I open myself up to an attack from him?
No, but
I have
from this guy you
This
would.
guy would. Oh, Jesus.
But he still gets the flanking bonus on that, right? The gang up bonus.
Dom doesn't because
Or
that
does
is
he
for
not?
melee only. You don't get a
got
gang
it.
up bonus
I'd have
for
to- I
ranged
just have to,
attacks.
try
Got
to
it.
punch that dude.
So you can still make all of those. Just know it's going to be harder to hit these 2 guys.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go after these two guys.
You're just going to unload 3 shots on each of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm worried if I miss, I don't want to hit Tortlaw.
My hat is way
Okay,
too
yeah,
tight.
because that
Is
is
there, like, a
something that
red
could
ringer
happen.
on my
There
head?
is.
Damn it.
But it's such a cool hat.
Yeah.
All
They
right,
just don't make hats big enough.
so take your shots. Fan that hammer.
All
So you
right.
whip the gun out and just start just laying it down on that hammer.
Yeah.
All right, so
These
make your
guys-
3
these
shots
guys
against
piss
this
me
guy
off.
first.
Okay. That's a 4.
It's at -4,
Oh, it's a -4.
so it's actually a 0.
Okay, great.
So that was
great.
1.
Okay, awesome. Whoa.
You lommeled it.
Yeah.
That's also a miss. You got 1 more shot on that guy.
That's
Oh,
6.
that one ain't.
Oh,
Oh,
but-
no,
But
it's
not.
an
It's a
eight-sided
wrong 6.
die.
Wrong
So
6,
that's only a
that's
2. That's only a 2. So you got a
Net
a
0 hits.
6, a 3, and a 4. Did you want to re-roll any of those?
Yeah, let's try and get 1 here, but I'll use the red Benny, which you don't. Oh no, the blue Benny, which you don't get to use.
Okay, so if you roll, here's the thing: if you roll a blue Benny,
Uh-huh.
you add
Fate
a
chip.
D6. I'm sorry,
Come on,
fate
people.
chip.
Fate chip.
Blue fate chip. You add a D6 to the roll that you made, or you can use it as a fate chip. So you can use it as a normal white fate chip. I wouldn't get it if you use the red one either. If you use it like that, it's only if you do the add a D6
When you
to
say
any roll.
add a d6, is it like having
So-
another wild die, or is it like
Yeah,
if he had
so
2, he could just roll
no.
6?
So
and
he
it
had
would-
that 6 that he rolled. So you would roll an additional D6 and add that number to 6.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah.
how that would work.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you rolled a 6.
2.
It's a 8. I add that to the 6 that I
But it
rolled.
was
Yeah.
Yep, but you need
yeah,
to
but
hit a
it's still minus
4.
4, so you hit a 4.
So you hit a
That's a
4.
two.
So you hit it.
So I
You
hit
hit
it.
him.
So
You hit
okay,
him.
so I get 1 hit. All right, great. Should I? Is that re-roll all of those 3 that I did, or just 1 of those?
Real quick, everyone. Can everyone count up their cursed Spanish gold? So chat
Yes.
knows how many each of you have.
I have 12.
4.
5.
7.
7.
You guys are
And
so
then
poor.
who is wounded? Is anyone still wounded?
No.
Not anymore.
Okay, so nobody is wounded. And BSB Kara suggested that I need some sort of donation in Deadlands, but don't worry, the cursed Spanish gold goes to me, so it is also a donation for me. Also, we're telling a story about the posse, all right? It's about these guys here. I'm merely a facilitator. All right, so roll your damage against this guy.
Okay.
Do it, Dom. 2d6.
2d6 plus
Okay.
1. Ooh.
That's an ace.
All right.
Nice.
So 11,
13.
12, 13. Yep.
And is it that with the +1?
That's with the plus.
That's with the plus
13 with the +1?
Yep.
That is a hit with a raise. So that guy, you just blow him away. Three
Only need
bullets.
1.
3 bullets. Miss him. It seems like all of them missed him, and then he looks down and his gut's leaking, and he falls to his knees
Oh yeah.
and down.
All right, now 3
And
on this
before he
one.
can even react, you're on him, fanning 3 more shots on him. So take your 3 shots. Now, what you want to do probably?
Yeah.
Nah, go ahead and keep rolling them like that for dramatic effect. Do it. Do it, Dom. Roll,
Okay.
roll, roll.
I'm like, is there a better way to do this?
No.
'Cause I don't. Okay.
Probably not.
Let's see, that's a 1.
That's a miss. So you were trying to hit his parry with this one. So he's going to be a little bit harder to hit.
Harder. Okay. Ooh, that is a
That's a
crit.
critical failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a snake eye. So would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah, I would.
I highly
I
recommend
would,
it.
I would love to re-roll that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to use some of that cursed Spanish gold
I
there?
would love to.
Thank you so much.
In this game, we can re-roll crits.
Yes, in this game you can
Get his
specifically
face.
re-roll crits.
Yeah.
That is a thing you can do.
Is that something that I came up with? No.
Nope, that's in
Just
the
'cause
rule
it's
book.
the game I'm playing in, and I'll probably be doing that a lot. No.
It's rule book stuff.
Yeah. All right.
It's a miss, but it's not a critical failure, so
Yes,
that's
so
good.
much better. Okay, 1 more.
All right,
All right.
Wow.
It's a miss.
goes wide. He had time to react, and he was ready for you to swing around there, unless of course
I re-roll.
you re-roll.
But the blue, I can add the d6, not the red, though, right?
You can use that to add a
Oh,
d6, but if
but
you
you
do
get
that with the
this.
red one, then I get
You
that
get it
red
back.
fate chip.
Right.
And just so you guys know, I have 2 red and 2 blue fate chips back here, so that's a pretty dangerous amount of types of fate chip
I can
for
just
me
try
to
to
have.
re-roll one of them.
You can.
I'll try to
You got. I mean,
Why not?
you're drowning in cursed
Yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
gold, and soon I will be too.
Chat did this. I'm going to give them a
Use
shot.
it.
Damn it.
Nope, that missed.
All right. Well, that's all right. So yeah, so do. That guy's down. Then this guy do. Oh,
Okay.
too much.
All right.
I recovered from a wound. I was shaking. All that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean, you're
surprising
still
that
being
you
a
hit
badass.
anybody.
And now
Only
your
one.
chamber's empty,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have to reload next turn.
Great.
You can throw the gun at them.
Give me your card. Hand it over. You got it. Who's up next?
Me.
God.
Tort Law.
All right. Let me tell you what I want to do
Yeah.
so that you tell me if I can't do
Tell
it.
me. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you why you can't do it.
Yeah. I want to attack that dude.
Okay.
Tomahawk in the back.
Okay.
And then as he's falling, I want to jump on him, jump off of him, just so that it looks cool. I'm just using him like
Okay.
I used the kid with the lollipop.
Okay.
Fly through the air
Okay.
and hit this guy.
Well, you can't do that because you can only make one fighting roll per each weapon that you have each turn.
I'm going to hit him with my fist.
Wait, you can't action move. I mean, you can't attack, move, attack.
You can.
I don't think so.
You can.
Really?
Yeah, you can split. You can split up your actions during a move. But
But
you
also I
have
don't
to
think I need
announce
to-
what you're doing ahead of time. So
Oh,
that would
attack,
be
move, attack.
attack, move, attack.
Okay.
So that's going to be a -2 to both of those attacks. And if you're punching this guy, that would be with your offhand. So that would be a total of a -4 against that guy.
Cool.
Or what you
But it
could
would
do.
look real cool, right?
Or what
Got
you could
plenty
do.
of stuff.
Yeah, you could do that. Another thing you could do.
Yeah.
There is a melee equivalent of fanning the hammer called a rapid attack.
Okay.
If you were to stand right here, you could make 3 rapid melee attacks at a -4 to each attack, but you get to bundle them up in quantity instead of quality. Or you could make a wild attack, which gives you a +2 to your attack and a +2 to your damage, but it lowers your parry by 2 until your next turn.
These are interesting options.
They are options. They are all combat options. We're all learning together about combat.
I don't like that the 3 melee one because I've seen how that works, and it doesn't.
It's hard. It's hard to do.
It'd be easier if I was not going after their parry.
You can
But-
just
but
attack
you-
him.
Yeah, you could just straight up attack him.
And you have a gang up bonus.
Nope, because you're
No?
using a gun. If you had a
Oh.
melee weapon, then you would give him. Then you would give the
I see.
gang up bonus.
So everyone in the gang up has to have a melee.
Yeah.
weapon. Got it.
So that I can attack both of them, give up 2 to my parry for the whole.
No, attack one of them with a much stronger chance to hit and damage them. That's your wild attack.
Oh, okay. I don't need that. I'm just gonna hit that one and kill him real hard.
Just hit him real hard and kill him in the back.
Yep,
Do it.
right in the freaking back.
Tomahawk, make your attack roll. This is a fighting roll.
5.
5?
That hits him, right?
It does. It does hit him.
Yeah.
It does hit
Done.
him.
He's
right,
all hit it.
Roll your damage.
I'm gonna when I remember what it is.
Strength plus D6 for the tomahawk.
2. Oh, also
And roll a strength.
Roll another D6. Yeah.
6.
6. 6 total damage.
6 total damage.
6 total damage. That's how much damage you did. All right. So you come running up behind him to hit him with the tomahawk. But he hears you coming up behind him and turns at the last moment, and you just end up whapping him with the flat of the blade. But he's thrown off. He's shaken. So you did hit him. But you didn't get a
Gotcha.
raise, so you didn't wound him.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
Tort Law, hand in your card. Who's up next? Is it them bandits?
Oh.
No, they're both the same.
All right.
Nope,
Spades
but
outrank
spades.
hearts.
Spades outrank.
Oh.
So that's them bandits. Them bandits is gonna go. This guy's gonna try and unshake.
Good
He's
luck.
gonna make a spirit roll.
Can I stare in his face as he's trying and
Ooh,
He
Make
doesn't
him
make
do
it,
that?
but you know what? I'm gonna use one of these pieces of cursed Spanish gold, because why not? I got a
It's not
pile
good
of
idea,
it.
Keep
Jordan.
going.
I mean, Marshall. It's not a good idea, Marshall.
He still doesn't make it.
no?
That's 'cause
But you
it's
know what?
cursed.
I'm gonna use one of these pieces of cursed Spanish gold
Wait, you
right
still
here.
can't reroll a reroll.
What?
That's a channel rule, right? You
That's a
can't reroll
channel rule,
reroll?
but not a Savage Worlds rule.
But
so-
isn't it a saving throw rule?
No, it's he can re-roll one direction. He can't count you. We can't counter his re-roll.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
can't make him
so you
try
can
to
keep re-rolling your own
Yes.
reroll.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
Like so.
Wow.
Don't worry, guys.
I'm so
I got another piece of
I'm
cursed
telling you,
Spanish
they're
gold back here.
cursed.
curse.
There you go. He's fine. That whole time
Nice.
he was fine. He was like, nope, I can't get, hold on, I can do it. Nope, not going to do it. The curse! And he's back on his feet. He's going to try and swipe at you with his knife, Tort Law. Because you're right there, looking all knife swipey-ish.
Ooh.
Oh no, can you,
What
hand- can you hand
the
that back
what?
to me?
With
Sorry.
the what?
When I'm a GM, I roll really well.
You have been rolling.
It's true.
Oh, God,
can
are you
I-
kidding me?
You were just gonna
It's okay.
kill.
So it's okay.
everyone.
It's an attack roll. So he hits with a raise. So that just, no matter how many raises he get, he can only add a d6 to his damage.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's definitely going to do that.
This music knows what's up.
Does.
Can you guys hand me the D4?
5, 6, 7. Oh.
Yeah.
12. All right, what's your toughness?
5.
5. Okay, so that is a hit
sure
with
it's not
1
38?
raise.
I think it's 38.
38.
Oh, your toughness is 38. Oh,
Yeah.
my mistake. You're fine.
Sorry, I wasn't reading this correctly.
Nope,
Yeah.
psych,
It looked
that's
like
a hit
a
with
5.
1 raise.
Because
That's like an
but it's a
anti-raise. It
38.
actually heals.
Yeah.
for
No,
the
it's-
time.
Instead
When I
it
get
hurts
stabbed,
it.
I
Way too
I
long.
get
You're
healed.
shaken, and you have 1 wound.
Can I re-roll his stuff?
No.
No.
You can soak
You could soak.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
if you wanted.
Can she soak with the cursed Spanish gold?
No.
No.
Cursed
So
Spanish
only-
gold is only for re-rolling traits
gonna
and
soak.
skills. You're gonna use this to soak?
Yes, I'm
okay,
gonna
so
use that
make
to soak.
a vigor roll.
Is this a trait test?
It is.
So red ones can be used for soaking normally, but if they're
Maybe
used
one of
in
his.
for rolls, they just add an extra d6 to it.
Yes.
Got it.
And that's when I get the red one if you do
Cool, cool.
Then I'm gonna play this card. Play instead of rolling a trait test with a single automatic raise.
that. You can do that.
Nice.
I will tell you, there is no benefit to getting a raise on this roll because you're only being dealt 1 wound. So you might want to save that for a more dire situation.
I'm gonna save this for a more dire situation.
I'm just trying,
Nice.
I'm being nice guy GM and telling you, like, that's something you might want to save.
And you've got plenty of Spanish
Okay.
gold to reroll this.
Hold on, because a 4 is all you need to succeed.
Yeah.
That's a success. That's a vigor roll.
Hooray!
So you have soaked. You are not shaken. You are not
Yeah.
wounded.
Not shaken? Is this
I thought
your-
I was shaken but not wounded.
Nope.
I'm not shaken. Hooray!
You good. All right. This guy is going to try and swipe at you.
Okay. Good luck. You mean Space Marine is?
Space Marine is going to try and use his space knife to swipe at James Bogue.
He didn't do
I'm
good.
going to use a cursed piece of Spanish gold, though. I lommeled it.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
So cursed.
Done.
4.
4.
Would you parry?
5.
That's not going to do it. All right, so he swipes at you, but he's getting a little intimidated by you. You're kind of a scary guy who should be dead, but is not dead. All right, and that's it for them. Who's up next?
Me.
All right,
Okay.
Rosaline.
Here's what I want to do, and because I don't fully understand the distance, how far away are these guys from where I am in the coach?
Like 15 feet,
That's a lot of feet.
but not really. Like, because you're in the middle, which is just unfortunate placement.
What was the conversion? It was like an inch to.
I just do 5 feet. It's
Sure.
supposed to be like a 1 inch square is 6 yards,
6,
but just
yeah.
to make it simple and keep it like from people that come with a D&D background, we're just
Yeah.
going to do
How
5 foot
far
squares.
are these guys from stagecoach windows?
They are each about 5 feet away from the stagecoach window.
Okay. So I could reach out a window and try and grab one.
No.
No,
No.
still too far.
Yeah, they would have to be right next to it for that.
Okay.
I mean, someone would have to be holding your legs.
That's sort of
for
what I
you
was
to-
thinking.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ooh,
but I
thank
could
you.
do that.
Thank you for the
Vampire
follow, Vampire
54.
54.
Thank you. So
You
so
could
I
do that if you had a leg holding buddy.
All right, Gabe, hold my legs.
Well, it's not his turn, so we can't do that.
So
Where's the
You're all like,
Okay,
I don't know what
wait,
I'm good
wait.
for then.
But she could. He's next, so
I
she
could
could hold
hold?
her turn till his turn.
But then
If
that
you want
takes
his
over
turn to be just holding your leg.
right, which isn't necessarily so.
Yeah, why not? Guys!
But what else?
Camaraderie.
What else? What else is right here? Like, could I hook myself onto something and throw myself like?
Hook my legs onto something in the coach, and kind of throw
Like the
myself
person who's
out.
next to you? I mean, you could get up and springboard off of their lap.
These
I don't
people
wanna
are
jump
getting
out.
springboarded off.
Christian, thank you for the resub.
Thank you.
Who would you like to give your piece of cursed Spanish gold to? Anyone at the table?
Or she could springboard off of the loathsome lollipop eating giant.
Yes.
No, that
He's
guy's
in
in
the
the back,
back row.
and he's already got a lollipop like glued to his face now. Hey guys, everyone raise your bottle.
Sure.
The Bard 1971 would like us to toast to new adventures, moreover, good friends.
Oh,
To
new adventures,
moreover, good,
good
friends.
friends.
Set them up, knock them down.
that was a nice one.
Thanks, the
It
Bard.
was.
That's
Yes.
good. Thank you, the Bard.
And we got another follow.
Kitchen
Ooh,
appliance.
appliance.
Thanks, Kitchen
What?
Appliance.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you. I
follow.
have been wondering when my kitchen appliance would go from watching me to interacting
Yeah,
with
but
me.
you
That
see,
time is
they
now.
drop the E at the end, so you don't know it's your kitchen appliance. It's just kitchen appliance.
It's just
It is just
Could be.
me, foreign exchange
Appliank.
student, kitchen appliank.
a human name.
I am from a robot country.
By the way, Talene, you are out of ham.
No, not that.
Or so I saw on Google. Anyways, you were about to jump off of a hapless passersby.
Yeah, I want to try and hook. I don't want to come all the way out of the coach. I understand at this point I'm going to kind of go like this, but
Good move. Here I come. Bonk.
no. What I want to do is grab one of them and basically try and stabilize myself there with one hand, and
Like
then stab with
that's
the other.
gonna be ankles, like just ankles inside of the window.
Yeah.
Like.
I know. That's what I want to try.
All right, make an agility roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna allow this.
Suddenly, my throwing
think
a
it sounds
steamer
great.
trunk off the stagecoach doesn't seem that.
5.
5? That's a success. Yeah. Okay. So Rosalie, here's what you do. You go climbing up onto this person's lap. Excuse me, and just go sailing out of the window of the stagecoach. But as you do, knowingly, because you've with a practice hand, because you've done this move several times before.
All the time.
You hook your
Common.
feet onto the sill of the window, and you reach out desperately to grab this guy, which will say that you do. And I'm gonna give. You know what?
Thank you,
Aranatasan.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for the
Thank
follow.
you. For both of you, in your reckless window jumping stuff, both of you grab a fate chip.
Oh, thanks.
Because that was just
grab the
kind
same
of
one.
ridiculous that happened. And for the steamer chunk,
Oh,
let's do it.
Didn't you give me one?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Give one for something else.
And then for the Bible toss,
Yeah.
this is really nice. Let's spread these around.
I was like, that's just part of the hat.
Ooh. Blue.
Nice.
I got a
All right,
bunch of
guys.
fake chips. I got to start faking.
Yeah, you got
So
it.
you got him.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. You're going to try and attack him as
Yeah,
well?
but basically I want to
Hold on.
grab with my
Hold on.
left hand.
Hold on. So if you're going to try and attack him as well, that would be a -2 to your agility roll to do this.
Really?
Yeah, because that's 2 different actions. So that would have been a failure on your agility
Okay,
roll.
I wasn't thinking that as. I was
thought you
thinking
were-
of it as movement, but okay.
No, it's not movement if you have to make a trait or skill roll
Okay.
during your movement, that's an
Okay.
action
All right.
in general.
Let's do it anyway.
Okay, so in that case, colorblind, thank you for the follow.
Colorblind, thank you.
You rolled a 5, so at a
So it's
-2,
not
that's
enough?
a 3. So you're going to need to re-roll that.
Okay.
Would you like to use some cursed Spanish gold?
I would.
Oh, yeah.
Where would we get cursed Spanish gold?
Why, I
Oh,
don't know.
We have an enormous
Is it
amount
Perhaps
right?
from
of
this
cursed
pile.
Spanish
Oh,
gold.
Right here. I'm sitting on it.
I'm yelling out. Guys.
Yes!
Oh, there it is.
Woohoo!
8 plus 4, 12 minus 2, 10.
Okay, so not only do you do it, you make it look super awesome.
I do. It's real
Like you
delicate.
just go sailing out, and everyone's like, "What is she doing? She's just jumping out of there." But then her feet catch. They're like, "What?" And then she
Yeah.
grabs him and comes pulling him in. They're like, "Oh my god!" And then you can attack him.
So this. Okay.
The boa kind of.
But you're gonna attack him at a
damn.
-2.
Okay.
This is your
That's why
fighting
you're
roll.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That is sad. But thankfully, you've got a bunch of cursed Spanish gold.
have to. Oh no! Come back.
No,
here.
yeah, you can't get into that position
No.
and then not stabby stab.
5.
At a
one is
-2,
Minus
so it's a
2.
3.
This is a fighting, so I'm going against his
Parry.
I have to.
You have to.
You have
You've
to
got
keep going.
You gotta do it.
We are giving the marshals so much power.
We are. It's really bad.
There it is.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's what I want. Okay, 10
That's a
minus
-2
2
is an 8.
is an 8.
So that is a hit, but not a hit with a raise.
That's all right. At
So
least I hit.
this guy goes, "What the?" And then you stab him.
Yes.
But you just kind of like as you kind of go a little bit too far, and your knife just sort of slices his shoulder as you grab him with your other hand. So it shakes him. But
And
it
then
doesn't
does he
wound
fall
him.
So I
down?
don't get to.
But she's using
He
him as
doesn't fall down. He's just sideways to indicate he is
So I
shaken.
don't roll any damage here.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
wait,
have to get
that
a
was your-
raise.
That was
wasn't.
your damage.
That was my attack roll.
That
Yeah,
was your
that's
attack
right.
roll.
Yeah.
You didn't roll damage.
No, I haven't rolled damage.
I'm so
yet.
confused because of all of your rolls. So you hit with no
Sorry.
raise. Now roll damage.
Okay, now I roll damage.
Bad, Marshall.
I don't roll
me-
the wild
give me
die
some
for
of
this.
that.
I will
just
not.
Can't remember.
I don't think.
No, not the wild die.
Not the wild die.
5, so 6.
Okay. So that is strength plus your d4 for
Plus
your bowie
1.
knife? Plus 1. Okay, so 6? That is enough to shake him. Everything that I just said happened.
Yay!
He's totally weirded out by this, though. This is a movie he's never
real
seen.
weird.
Irish move.
I'm
Yeah.
real
Hand in your
weirded
card.
out by it, and I didn't even
Irish move.
get stabbed.
Who's up next?
I think that's me. Let's
All right.
go.
Gabriel.
You always amaze me, darling. And then I just take my gun, pivot where I am, and I just fire at the last one.
This is your Derringer.
Yes.
Okay, so
It only has 2 bullets in it, but
Don't miss.
Yep, really, don't.
Well,
So this guy or this guy, they both have cover. This one probably has more cover because her body is directly in between. These guys are all circling out here. So this
Yeah.
guy's got, we'll say it's at a -2 because you're gonna have to like lean
you go.
across everyone's laps in order to do it. It's not gonna look super cool, but it'll be. You're gonna be like, hold on, and then fire it.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, actually, can I? So you can aim, right? But how does that work?
have to spend your whole
I
round
would spend
aiming.
my whole round, and then I would get a new card.
And you
so
have a
I could end up
+2.
at the very end of that order.
Right.
I'm just gonna try and shoot him.
Do it.
All right. So
I'll just give you a -1 because you're leaning out the window.
okay. So that is
Shoot and roll.
That's my shooting, and I'm going.
So at a -1, that's gonna be a miss.
Yep. I'm going to. Damn it! Remind me what the various fate die do.
White fate chip will let you re-roll just like Cursed Spanish Gold, but it has no downside. Or you can use it to soak wounds.
Okay.
Red and blue can both be used like white, so any of them can be used like a white fate chip.
Uh huh.
Red, you can add a d6 to any roll, and then you hand that red one to me. Blue, you can add a d6 to any roll, and it just gets used up. I don't get it.
And it just gets used up.
So blue is the best.
I'm using blue.
All right, using it up. So add a d6 to that.
All right. Well, I'll just re-roll one of these.
Oh,
It's a 5. It hits.
So that's a 5 -1. That is enough to hit. Roll your damage.
Yeah. All right. That's 2d6,
+1.
not with the Derringer.
Oh, the Derringer.
Derringer is
Yeah,
just 2d6.
Derringer's different.
And that is 11. I mean 9.
9. I was like, oh.
I kept adding the 1. You added 2 for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a 9?
I'm making dumb things.
Yeah. Oh god, the fissure opens in the earth.
Earthquake!
So
Big one.
It's that Joker of yours.
this guy's being attacked by an Indian and a man in black here, and then sees this woman come just spiraling out of the window and try and stab his friend. He goes, Clemson, what's wrong with these people? And then gets shot in the side of the face by your Derringer and just goes down.
I think that's justifiable.
Justified.
So that was a good turn. Now it's Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Hand in your card there. And Johnny sees what's going on,
Johnny sucks.
and he is
He ain't
just
got no rifle.
he jumps down off of his horse. He grabs his rifle. He jumps back up on his horse and says, "This ain't worth it," and just books it. However, as he does so, his bandana slips a little bit. James, make a notice roll for me.
Of course, anytime. Anytime I can do that. I'm happy to.
Ooh.
Give me that.
11.
Okay, that is a success with 1 raise.
Good at noticing.
So in the midst of
You're very
all
good
of this hubbub, and despite how far away he is, when his bandana rolls down, you're keeping eyes on him kind of just to make sure he doesn't try anything while you're dealing with this. He starts to leave, but for that brief second, you saw a very distinctive scar going down the right side of his face, and something about it seems familiar to you, but you can't quite place it.
Okay.
Is,
Johnny.
is that a land baron scar?
And then he's gone.
Scarred Johnny is what I call him.
Scarred Johnny.
Yeah.
For now, that's what he calls him for now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still in combat because he left his friend here. So Gabriel, King of Spades.
Ooh.
Torlaw, 4 of diamonds.
Like that.
Rosaline, Queen of Spades. Aren't you a couple?
Aw.
James, 9 of Spades. And this real unlucky outlaw right here.
Oh. I was hoping you were
6
gonna
of
He's gonna
diamonds.
make it.
6
I don't
of
think
diamonds.
he's gonna make it.
All right, Gabriel.
All right. So this guy's shaken. So
I'm still
You're
like
still holding
this.
on. You're
Okay.
Supermaning onto this guy
Yes.
with a knife in your hand.
Uh-huh.
We don't do planking anymore.
No, this is Supermaning now.
So can I just open the door to the, like, everyone's jumping out the window and living off people? Is there just a door I can open?
There is a door you can open.
I want to do that.
Okay.
Um,
Pardon me.
I know
Excuse
it's
me.
I just want to open the door and okay, so drawing a gun is an action, right?
Yes. Unless you, it is an action, but you can draw it and fire it for a -2 penalty to your attack.
Okay, and do I get any bonus for firing at someone who's shaken?
No.
Okay.
Except the bonus is you're more likely to wound or kill them at that point.
Right, because they're already shaken.
They're shaken.
So if they get anything, they pretty much die.
That's your bonus.
So I'm going to. You know what I actually want to do, if I can, is I want to pull my Bowie knife out from my boot
Okay.
and open the thing and go over to him. And can we just like, I want to try and you can do no. I know I'm
It's okay. There's a lot to
There's
learn
a lot of things
initially
to
in
think
combat.
about.
Yeah.
So
It will
you can
get
do
faster as we go.
non-lethal damage, right?
You can at a -1 to your attack with a melee weapon. You can choose to do non-lethal damage. So like that would be something like flipping your knife around and like trying to ram him in the head with the
like-
butt of it, something like that.
Whack him with it.
Yeah.
But I would also be at a -2 because that would be
That would be your
drawing and attacking.
drawing and
Where
attack.
is he
It would be
coming out?
-3 totally.
Because would me
He's coming out right
there
here.
be considered a gang up bonus in any way, or any of us around here? Could
I
that
mean,
be considered?
yeah, it's 100% a gang up bonus.
Okay, so where would that put him at doing this?
Plus
put me at a-
1 net.
There you
Oh.
go.
All right. In that
Right?
case, I'm gonna
No,
grab,
hold on.
Wait, put me at a -1 net because
is-
I've got minus.
So you're drawing your
2
knife,
for
and you're gonna-
drawing and attacking,
Okay.
-1
and then
net.
I
Yeah,
would
you're right.
-1 because.
I forgot
I'm
you were trying to do
doing
non-lethal. Yeah,
Okay.
that was the chair.
Still better.
And then it would be regs. It would just be like straight up 0 if I just tried to kill him.
Correct.
However, if I just draw, if I don't move and I draw and shoot him, is that still a -1 for the action?
If you don't move and you draw and shoot him, yeah, it's still an action.
Okay, so like I can't like use movement for an action. Sorry for all the point of technical details.
No,
going on
no, it's
here.
fine. It's fine.
It's necessary.
Yeah. All right. In that case, I'm going to.
If none of you object, I'm going to lower the volume on the music because
Oh.
I think we can safely say the drama has been avoided. Of this at this point we're mopping this dude up.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
have nice meadow sounds
I
this
do.
guy can listen to before he
Actually,
dies.
so here's what I really
But I'm
want to
not
ask.
gonna play him
Can
for
we
him.
just like aim at him and be like, "You're outnumbered. Give the hell up."
You can try it.
All right, I want to try and do that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like kick open the door to the carriage, draw my gun, and just aim it at him, and be like, "Well, I think that my earlier prediction about going up against the Lord has proven to be correct."
I surrender.
Where are you standing?
Everyone turn in your initiative
door.
cards.
I go over there. So we're all kind of in a line at that guy.
Yeah, well, actually, she still has her hands on him, like outside the window.
Oh, nice. Well, I can go over and like help you
Yeah,
down.
if
from
you
the
come over
carriage
near
thing.
me, I'll probably put a hand on your shoulder and just
Yeah,
Yeah,
this-
that's
climb down.
That's what I'll do then. Since you're still hanging there, I think my natural inclination would be to
Perfect.
go over
Yeah.
to.
This
I'll
guy
do
is
that.
terrified, and all the other passengers in the stagecoach have their like heads poking out the window, like trying to see what's going to happen. And the guy driving the stage is just kind of looking back in awe. That one kid though is still trying to get the lollipop off of his face, and it's stuck on there. Good.
Yeah.
I surrender. Listen, I don't want any more trouble from you folk.
Who are you working with?
What? No, I work for
Johnny Scarface? Is his name Johnny Scarface?
Is his name Johnny Smith? No.
I work for myself. I'm independent businessman, and I'm just trying to make a dishonest buck. So I ain't got no association with nobody.
All right, son. Here's what I want you to do. My friend here might have a few more questions for you, but when we let you go, I want you to go back into town and tell yourself and the other dishonest individuals that the new people who are coming into town, well, they've got God on their side, and they're not to be messed with.
Wait, y'all's gonna let me go?
I think someone's got to tell them that we're coming. A little bit of reputation goes a long way.
Yeah, but he might have a bounty on him. That might be.
Oh no, this is actually my first offense. This is my first time dipping my toe into shady dealings, and I gotta say, not a fan.
Well,
Bo, I hate to say, we got a bunch of bodies around here. I'm sure you can pick up a little bit of money on all those.
You just want to let this one go?
I think it's a great idea.
You shut up.
Okay.
We are seeing the mercy of this preacher. See how God is on our side. I'm turning to everybody who's staring in here.
Oh yes, and I see the error of my ways, and you know, I've never been one for God and Jesus and whatnot, but all of a sudden, it's making a lot of sense to me. You know, I'm thinking maybe y'all let me go, and I go find a seminary and just dedicate my life in service of the Lord.
Isn't that wonderful?
You've been granted a second chance, my son.
I rightly have, and thank you kindly for it. So, I'll just leave. Praise Jesus.
Hold up.
Wait.
The people in the stagecoach are like, wait, what are they gonna do? The preacher said let him go.
Do you have any weapons on him?
This one was the guy. This one has a knife.
All right, drop the knife.
Oh, yep. I definitely won't be needing this. I'm gonna dedicate my life to the Lord.
Hand me your boots.
My boots,
Yeah.
but I've got
Son.
quite a lot of walking to do to get.
The only thing you can take with you to heaven is your good deeds that you give to others.
Amen.
Yeah, God, sure. Okay, yeah, I'll give you my boots. So he kind of sits down on the ground and takes his boots off and just kind of hands them over to you. They're definitely not in the best shape. They've been patched and they're worn.
Fling him out.
Oh,
Oh, don't pretend like this is something like totally weird. If we're gonna let this guy go, if this is the way that things seem to be heading, I'm not gonna give this guy an easy shot at it.
sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll just take my leave then. Thank you very much for your mercy and your kindness. And
Real quick,
oh God, what?
who's that man with the mask on the horse?
I ain't that guy. He just showed up. We were doing a thing, and he that on the horse.
I'm sorry, did I hear some false witness being born?
No. I was just I was confused as all on the horse. Yeah, that was Johnny. Yeah, he's a right hand of nobody. He's
Son, you
just a
best
mean guy.
Give me some names here.
You know, Bo, I'm hearing a lot of nobodies from this point.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
starting to rethink you.
No,
walking
that's
out of
fine.
here.
Y'all don't have to do that. He's listen. He's with the Holbrook gang. All right, we're all with the Holbrook gang. And that's it. And that's what's going on. So but I've seen the error of my ways, and I renounce them. Praise God.
Well, Gabriel, we come through this way quite often, right? So we'll come back and check on you next time we're here.
Good. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm probably gonna go to a church a few counties over. Probably start a new life.
Oh, well, which one?
I don't rightly know. I'm not super familiar with churches, but I plan to change that.
Well, how about you just go in that direction? You keep going until you find a place that needs a church and you build one.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just gonna head off.
Hey, boy,
Thanks
sloth
so
of
much.
sin. I want to shoot at the dirt behind him.
Okay. I won't make you roll for that. You're not trying to hit him. I'm not
Because I'm out of bullets. I can't do anything.
Yeah, that's right. You're totally empty. Okay, all right. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye. And he scampers off. So great job, guys. You survived your first Savage Worlds combat. Thanks in no
Yay.
small part to those mysterious strangers out there keeping watch over you.
There's
Well,
like 30
yeah.
people with hats tipping them.
There's a crowd of strangers watching us just tipping.
And then they fade into the woods.
Like, do you want to help? No? Okay, well, we got it.
They're good. They're good.
Do we get untied here?
Untied. Thank you for the
Untied.
follow.
Thank you. For
And
the
listen,
follow.
guys, because chat was so generous in unlocking tier donations, Be Prepared has been unlocked. That's this stagecoach driver's motto, and he says, I've never seen such brave and courageous individuals. Just leap into the aid of this stagecoach and all the people driving here. We are in your debt. Listen, I normally carry some extra supplies with me just in case things go awry, because there's been a lot of bandits around these parts. But listen, I wanna give to you all this restorative elixir. Now I saved up for this. I scrimped and saved just so I could have it to be out here, making this stage run. But I think it'd be much better use in your capable hands.
Tyler!
Fine, old Tyler, thanks for the resub. I have no idea who you are, but
Thanks, Boren Gold Tyler.
Boring
Gold
Tyler.
Oren Gold Tyler, you get a free piece of cursed Spanish gold to give to any one of these 4 individuals here at the table. So when Brian gets back from the restroom, just let him know, and he'll make sure that it goes to one of these posse members. But yeah, anyway, I think it would be much better use in your capable hands. So I'd like to give to you all this restorative elixir. It's a Smith and Robards, so it's high quality.
That is just the nicest thing you could do.
That's the least I could do, miss.
Well,
Warms my heart to see the generosity of strange.
And all the people in the stagecoach start applauding. Even the kid with the lollipop on his face, just stuck on the side, but he's still clapping as well.
I would like to go to that kid. I would like to rip the lollipop off his face, and I'm gonna eat it now, because I lost my onion.
He just starts giggling. He's a weird kid. So you guys now have a restorative elixir. So this works like the spell Greater Healing. You guys get to, one of you can swallow it. Thanks for the follow. And you can make a vigor roll like you were doing natural healing, even if it's been more than an hour since you were injured.
Okay.
And there is no negative for your wound penalties to swallow that.
Who's gonna hold on to that?
That's a good question.
I say we give it to. You seem to be our get shot immediately.
Yeah, I seem to get into trouble.
Yeah. Although you were giving it a run for its money.
Well, that's not how I want to be normally fighting. I wanted to go under the stagecoach and just shoot people from under the stagecoach, but I was denied.
You were denied. You just were dissuaded, I
I
think.
was dissuaded.
Yeah.
I go and get my Bible.
Okay.
I'll take the restorative.
It has a bullet in it now.
Wonderful.
So you're going to hang on to the restorative elixir?
I'm definitely going to tell the story of how God saved me.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Like, yeah.
So you guys gather up your goods and get back. Ironic Reptar. Thanks for the follow, I guess, whatever. That was ironic. That was ironic.
That was good.
You get back in the stagecoach. Everyone's just clapping you on the back and just thanking you profusely for everything you've done. They're singing your praises
I don't like this.
the whole way back.
I go on the roof of the stagecoach now.
One of them digs through their bag and finds an onion and just
I don't want it.
I
don't want it.
For
It
you.
doesn't
No.
go well with the lollipop.
Listen,
It's an onion.
no.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm surprised.
And it's about a half-hour ride to get into Coldwater Creek. So the whole time they're asking you questions and having you recount. Remember when the preacher called down that scary miracle from God?
amazing.
So scary.
Untied.
Mission Untied. Brian has stepped away, but he'll be right back, and we'll see what that is.
It's probably a cursed Spanish gold.
I'm gonna guess.
What are those?
It's a good question.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
So you guys get in the stage and you make it the rest of the way to Coldwater Creek. So this is a town at the base of the mountains here in Colorado. And it clearly has all of the signs of recent boom in growth, in money, in population. There's people flocking around all over the place. You see scaffolding up. Some are constructing new buildings. They're scaffolding up, like adding things on to other buildings. Like clearly there is suddenly some money in this town, and it's spreading out. You can see, like just out in the distance, the smoke from what looks like chimneys of probably different prospectors out on their claims. There's a lot of hustle and bustle in this town. It's very active. There's a lot of people here. They're here for the ghost rock that's been discovered and to make their fortune out here in the American West. So the stagecoach pulls up.
Pardon me.
Oh yeah, 1 second. James Bogue will be right back with us.
Sorry, this is going to sound loud for a little minute.
Exclamation point, loud.
Thank you for covering that.
All right. We'll just keep going. And the stagecoach pulls up to the stop, and everyone starts getting out very excitedly. They're all wanting to shake your hand one more time before they leave. And you guys step out onto the streets of Coldwater Creek. here at the stagecoach station, and there's a woman who's sitting there, kind of like looking at everyone as they come out. And she sees you. So you're dressed as a preacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reverend. Hi, right over here.
Yes. What can I do for you?
No, it's Prudence Beecher. I was the one who sent out the missives about Coldwater Creek needing a new preacher. And you are Reverend Pryor.
Reverend Pryor, you can call me Gabriel.
Pleasure to meet you. I insist. I'll call you Reverend. Pleasure to meet you. It's a
Well,
pleasure.
of course.
And
Madam, I am so happy to have made it safely to your lovely town with the grace of the Lord.
well, hopefully it was a pleasant trip. You didn't encounter any of them bandits. that
Well,
have been
we
out
are
around these
tested
parts.
in everything that we do, but we come out stronger for it.
Wait, and then someone walking by from the stagecoach was like, they killed all them bandits, and the preacher called down a miracle from God. What? Is this true?
I am only a man. I cannot call down miracles. God decides that miracles shall be performed around those who are faithful.
But that should tell you the kind of preacher that he is.
Well, I've heard rumors. We've all heard rumors about holy men being able to call down miracles from God, but I never dreamed that one of them would become the Reverend of Coldwater Creek.
Now, please, I am only a man, and I never claim to be able to do anything that any other man with great faith cannot do.
And she all of a sudden kind of since you spoke up, she kind of takes a look at you guys that are all standing around the preacher here and says, and preacher, who are these people? Are these your associates? They seem a rather rowdy sort.
As any shepherd, I have my flock.
Yes, I follow him everywhere. He has shown me the way. I was not on the right path long ago. And of course, we need bodyguards.
Converts to the Lord, and of course, yes, the road can be a very dangerous place. So we welcome all of you. Coldwater Creek is your home just as much as anyone else's. Welcome. If you want to get the keys to the church, you'll have to go speak to the marshal. He wanted to meet you before he was going to hand over the keys. But his office is just straight down Main Street. You can't miss it. It's at the very end. And preacher, all of you, I can't express to you how excited I am to have you here. It's been so long since the last preacher just up and left, and we're just so grateful that you answered our missive. I was beginning to fear that no one would, so thank you, and I look forward to hearing all of your sermons. Oh, I'm just giddy. And she just turns and bustles off into the crowd.
Well, she's going to get annoying very fast.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is going to be a great place, though, don't you?
I believe so.
Oh.
Did we find out why the preacher just up and left?
Look, if there's anything I've learned in the pretending to be religious game, is that when something works out your way, don't think too closely about it. We've been given this opportunity in a beautiful new town with a lot of money coming in.
Just looking around, just so much money. There's new money, signs of new money everywhere here.
What would
We
those
walked-
signs be? What signs?
Just
would
all
we
the growth. There's people in all of the shops just walking out with stuff. You see the hardware store. There's people coming out with armloads of mining equipment, like they're going to start up their own claim. They're going to strike it rich. Like there's just so much activity and just a feeling of like growth and vivacity here.
People are wearing nice clothes, but they don't quite know how to do it right.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's men that are just constantly readjusting their vests. Like this is good. This is nice.
Do I know of any open claims in Coldwater? Anything that might have struck that I might have heard about?
I mean, did you do any looking ahead of time? Coldwater very recently, like probably in the last 2 months, they found this ghost rock vein, and it's just been a flurry of activity since then. So there's been a lot of information about come to Coldwater. There's money to be made, but not a whole lot. Like people are still staking out their claims. I mean, there is the assayer's office that you could head to if you wanted to.
One of my hindrances is cautious.
Okay.
So I probably would have done a little bit of recon as much as I could have looked at a newspaper, seen what was going on there.
Okay, so what are you trying to see if you know?
You said it was Ghost Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, they were mining gold here before, so it's gold and ghost rock.
Gold and Ghost Rock. Okay. And just seeing if there's any of the big players. Basically, you know, I'm looking to see if that land baron is any way involved, because I know that.
Make a common knowledge roll.
How do
You're
I?
just going to roll smarts.
Just smart.
And I'm not going to give you a negative, and I'm not going to give you a positive to this. Just make a straight up smarts roll with your wild die.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
Everything
Smart
but
cookie.
shooting. 10.
10. So, yeah, you were able to do a little bit of reading in the articles that you read about the discovery in Coldwater Creek. A man by the name of Carlton Harris owned the mine here. He was the one that was mining for gold.
Okay.
It was in his mine that they first discovered Ghost Rock, and that's when people started finding it popping up all over the countryside here. And he was the first one to strike it really big with it here. So he's the major mining operation in town.
So he's probably who we want to start learning stuff about as immediately as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys want to head to the marshal's office?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I went ahead to the marshal's office, but all right, now I know they expect me to run this church and this operation and stuff, but I would appreciate it if you could perhaps go in and scope out first and just make sure I don't have a picture up on the wall, anything that could create an inconvenient first
Oh,
meeting
Gabe,
with the
Of
marshal.
course, Darwin.
Come on.
Should be the first place we go.
Yeah.
Is there somewhere else you wanted to go where we do that?
Ugh. Tell you what, I'll start spreading word that new people have come into town around. See if we can get some interest in our new services.
Okay. So Tortla, are you going to go with them to the marshal's office to check for wanted posters, or what are you doing while all this is happening? Are you even interested in what's going on with these guys, or
Watching.
is your attention elsewhere?
I'm watching them and I'm looking around.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of taking everything
Just
in?
taking it in.
Okay, so would you stay with him if he's going to like preach the word out here, or would you go with them to the marshal's office?
I would go with them.
Okay. All right. So you might post up a little bit down Main Street from the marshal's office and start trying to preach the word to
I
the
think
crowd.
we could do that a little bit, but I also want to just kind of casually like be seen for
Okay.
one. And I want to especially like have my Bible that's been shot seen.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, I want to make this like associated with me. I want it to be clear.
So you're just kind of like standing out like on the side of the street,
Good
just
day.
watching everyone going
Good
by,
day.
just greeting the people and being ostentatiously a preacher
Yeah.
with
And
a bullet in your Bible.
I'll just say, I look forward to saving each and every one of you as the Lord has saved me,
Is that the new preacher?
both literally and spiritually.
Looks like a preacher. Must be the new preacher.
The bullet that the Lord has stopped in front of my
I
heart
already heard a story about that bullet. I heard he stopped it himself.
stopped
with
in a
Jesus.
passage about Moses. As Moses led the people of Israel out of
That's a pretty weak bullet that stopped in Genesis. Like,
You
it
don't
was
have
10
to know.
pages
It was from
in.
very far away, and the sermon starts to fade down as we follow these three up to the marshal's office.
And actually, it stopped in the divot that I have for a gun in the Bible. So,
James Bogue, you okay over there?
Doing great. Doing great. Brian had to go home. There's an emergency. So
Oh.
he had to go.
There's an emergency and Brian had to go home?
Yes.
Can we activate Domcam?
Maybe.
Dear.
Oh dear.
oh dear.
Guys, hold on. There was an emergency. Brian had to go home. I'm sure everything's okay. But Dom has to jump on to the horn here. Dom's got to take the wheel. So we're going to try and activate Domcam and see if we can still keep Dom playing over there at the producer's table. Now, this was something we always knew could happen, having Dom at the table. But it's okay. Dom is up for it, aren't you, Dom?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's so up for it, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dom,
Hold on.
da, dom,
Just hold
dom.
on.
Hold on, we're going to hold on for a second.
No, I mean,
Hold
keep
on.
going.
We're going to keep going.
So as we're walking, I assume there's just people everywhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's getting a little bit later in the day, so everyone's like, finishing up their shopping for the
So
day.
I just want to try and catch eyes, especially of the men, and just smile.
Oh,
real
they see
sweetly.
you. Yeah, they see you. Like you're dressed very nicely. You're an attractive person. It's one of your edges. So the menfolk in town are definitely taking notice as they walk past, and their wives are taking notice of them taking notice, and you see a lot of frustrated looks from the womenfolk. A couple interested ones too.
I'll smile at some of the women too.
Yeah. A lot of them don't return your gaze, but one or two of them seemed like very friendly. As you, I assume, sashay down the street. Okay, so
Oh
you
yeah,
guys
make a big show of it.
you make it down to the street. You can clearly see the marshal's office in gilt gold writing above the door as a sign that declares it the marshal's. And James, you're with them too, right?
Yep.
All right, James just along. James is gonna be a silent bodyguard for right now.
Well, they can hear me.
Majestic
Majestic
beard.
beard,
Thanks for the
beard.
follow. But they can't see you, right?
No, they can see me.
They can see you.
Hooray!
We got a dom cam.
Return of the
Do you need your
Dom.
character sheet?
No. Come on. Like, what trouble's gonna happen while I'm out here?
All right, so you guys walk into the marshal's office.
Need my
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah. So how's it set up?
I do not walk
Whoa.
into the marshal's office. These guys can walk into the marshal's office.
Oh, all right.
I also I trail.
Also, I love that you had that there.
I've had this on all day underneath my
all
shirt.
day.
I
Nice.
want to, like, as I'm doing the thing, I want to be within eye shot of the entrance of the marshal's office.
Yeah, definitely. You're keeping a side eye on them. You can
Yeah.
see it from here. So you guys are walking in, and the marshal's behind his desk with his feet up on his desk, and he's smoking a cigar. Can I help you?
Oh, hello there, Marshal. Oh, I'm actually new to town, and we just
Well, I can
wanted-
see that. I haven't seen you around, but we got new people here, left and right every day right now.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I've seen all these wonderful people out here.
So this is a guy in about his 50s. He's got a really well maintained handlebar mustache and some longer graying hair. He's very well dressed, a little bit portly, and he seems very relaxed and confident
So
behind
he's
his desk.
he's sitting at his desk.
With his feet up on his desk.
Okay.
I can't do that because I don't want to put my feet in Jordan's face.
Marshall, you aware you've got a... Sorry, that went a little Slim Pickens there.
Dang it, Scooter!
Marshall, you aware? Marshall, are you aware that you have bandits on the outskirts of town here?
Sadly, I am. It sounds like you folks had the misfortune of running afoul of them.
Oh, it's terrible.
Well, it seems like everyone made it through in one piece, though. Stagecoach driver was able to fight them off. They've been outfitting themselves with rifles and all kinds of stuff to try and defend the stages.
Well, yes, quite good, I'd say.
Oh, good. Happy to hear it.
While we're talking, I want to just look around at wanted posters and kind of just
Make a notice roll.
mess with things. Notice is...
Yes.
Whoop.
10.
10? All right, so that is a notice with a raise. So you are able to take in a really good scan without overtly alerting anyone that you are taking in a scan of the wanted posters.
Okay.
And you don't see, it appears that Gabriel's crime of counterfeiting Confederate dollars has not yet followed him out here to the disputed territory of Colorado.
Okay.
I want to look at the wanted posters, but maybe more pointedly. Not for him necessarily, but for this Holbrook gang.
Okay.
See if I recognize any of the people that we
Make a notice roll.
Oh,
I imagine did we like pop all the bodies on top of the
I mean,
carriage?
I assume you guys just piled them up on the side of the road and just
left
kind
them,
of like.
See, I imagine with the bounty hunter, when we killed criminals, we'd probably
I
just
was thinking
roll
of it,
into town
got-
with them, right?
got a little distracted, but I didn't say it, so I'm not gonna retcon it. But
Okay.
I would have done the what is it? What was that movie that just came out? The
Hateful Eight.
Hateful
thing?
Eight, yeah, where they just keep they have like a pile of like 8 bodies on the top of the stagecoach. I'm
Okay.
like, but yeah, they're fine. No.
All right.
Well,
Cursed Spanish Gold, huh?
We do the cursed Spanish gold stays with us.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep that, but
Okay, so
I'll re-roll.
all right. Give it a re-roll.
I need this information. I gotta be cautious, you guys. All right, that's a 4.
Okay, so you give it a quick scan, and you do see a poster up for Holbrook.
Okay.
He looks like a pretty put together kind of guy from the drawing, and he's wanted for all manner of stuff around town. There's a pretty decent reward up for him, and then you do see a couple of faces that are up there that are wanted in association with the Holbrook gang. But yeah, there's definitely some posters up for that.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you all made it to town safely, but was there anything in particular that you wanted of me?
No.
Sheriff, there's about, I don't know, I would say three bodies on the side of the road just outside of town.
Is that so?
Yeah.
These be the bandits?
These would be some of them.
The coachman took care of those, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Just so you know, me and my associates took care of those ones. I believe that there's a bounty on their heads.
Wait, the ones that the coachman took care of?
Sorry, what?
Well, I had asked if the coachman took care of those, and
Oh.
earlier they had affirmed that the coachman had shot down those
Oh.
bandits.
We didn't affirm it, but we didn't deny it. He helped out a little bit, but he did need some help from us.
All right, well, I'll have my deputies look into it. We'll speak to the coachman, and, if any of those guys are wanted for anything, I'll make sure we float a little bit of the bounty your way if your story holds up.
Thank you. Sheriff?
Hey, thank you.
Marshal? Sorry.
Thank you.
Marshal? You're Marshal. Was not
I-
duly elected. For sure.
Before we leave, I just want to put my hand down and say it was lovely meeting you.
Oh, the pleasure was mine. And he reaches out his hand and kisses yours. Welcome to come by anytime you like, miss.
Oh, I'll do that.
I'm not in there. I stayed outside.
Oh, you're staying outside. Okay.
I roll my eye from walk outside.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, if you give me the go ahead
Yeah,
when
I
you
will.
go out, then
Okay.
I'll go into the thing. And as I mentioned earlier, I walk with like just a bit of a limp,
Yes.
which is fake.
An affectation. All right.
Yeah, it's an affectation. I just try and make myself look older and more infirm
Okay.
than I actually am,
Okay.
because why not?
Why not? Why not do it? All right.
Yeah.
So you come limping
Better be
in.
underestimated. So I'm gonna just wander in after she gives me the okay and just be like, Marshal, I was told this is where I need to go to open up the doors of God's house.
Well, I'm going to guess by the way that you're dressed that you're the new preacher.
Well, you are an astute one.
Yeah. Preacher Pryor it was, right?
Yeah, Reverend Pryor, I believe, is the proper term.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry,
you got
Reverend.
it correct.
Yeah. Prudence was in here jawing about you coming to town. Now, she wants me to hand over the keys to the church to you, but I just want to make sure that I'm handing them over to a good person. Our previous preacher just up and left after we had done all that work to rebuild and restore and expand the church. So I want to make sure that we are, putting it in good hands.
Sir, in the business of salvation, you find that there are a lot of charlatans in the world. And many of the people who wear these robes, they don't truly feel the Lord inside of them. But I'm not like those people. And I'm here to make your town a better place. Can I try and persuade?
Make a persuade roll.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to call for it.
Beep, 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 beep.
So I get +4 on persuade rolls. Too.
Okay.
So that's
Nice.
a 7.
That's an ace.
Well,
That
that's
is
an
nice.
ace. So that's 8 + 4, so that's a 10.
12.
12.
A 12.
12. So that is a success with 2 raises.
I'm bad at math today.
so
I
he
was in math.
seemed-
I'm always
He
bad at
seemed
math.
a little bit, off-put by you when you first came in. But something about your words has moved him. He seems a mite bit friendlier now, actually. Well, preacher, I fancy myself a pretty good judge of character. And something about you just gives me the right impression. Makes me think you're the right kind of people.
Well, the laws of man are derived from the laws of God.
Yeah,
In a sense, we're in the same business.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think you're going to be good for this town, preacher. And he kind of reaches into his desk, pulls out the keys. So here are the keys to the church. It's right down there on the far end of Main Street. Can't miss it. Up a little bit on the hill. Huge building. As I said, we recently had a remodel, restored, expanded. So you got the run of the place. And I'm sure that all the townsfolk are going to be excited to hear your first sermon come Sunday.
Much obliged.
All right.
And if there is anything the church can do for you, please, our doors are always open.
Likewise, Reverend.
I tip my hat
He tips it back.
and just head on out to the group.
Okay, so we are going to have to move a little bit quicker because there's
Okay.
a little bit more to move through, and we are running low on time. So I'm going to fast forward you guys up to the church. So you make your way
Got it.
through the town. You are looking around. Everyone is obviously their eyes are drawn by all of you because you cut an intimidating figure. You are a warrior dressed in a eclectic amount of clothes. You're dressed the way you are and look the way you do, and you're the new preacher. And everyone is just a buzz all around you. The word of what happened on the stagecoach with all of you and all the things you did to take down those bandits is also spreading. But biggest word around all those things tends to be the miracle that the preacher called down, and how he flung the Bible out and the word of God intercepted a bullet and saved a person's life. This is from boring old Tyler.
Oh.
He says,
Boring old
"Notice me,
Tyler."
senpai." He does. So the church is
Senpai notices.
the church is huge and it looks new. There's a fresh new white coat of paint. It's a 2-story building. You can tell that they've added a second story to it rather recently. And it looks behind it. It looks like they've built out a living quarters area as well. So opening up the church door, it's everything in here smells like new paint, sanded wood. The stained glass is pristine. It's a very decently sized church with a lot of nice pews. And then you can see doors to the back behind the altar. That'd be to the living quarters, and stairs up to the top, which will take you to the second floor and to the bell tower. So you guys want to kind of like check it out and
So we
offload your gear.
we got a lot of space. Maybe we could set up a service in the back of the church for wayward women who are trying to turn their lives around, you
I
know?
think that is just a wonderful idea, darling.
Untied would like to give you this
Oh, thank you.
cursed piece
Thank
of
you,
Spanish
Kai.
gold.
If we've got this space, we might as well provide people places to live.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Neither do I.
So you guys share a tender moment.
I mean, without you, not what you would do without me. That sounded less romantic than I wanted it to.
So you guys are checking out the living quarters?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what are you two checking out?
I'll check out like the bell tower and stuff like that.
Bell tower?
What you can see from there. and
Sure.
everything, yeah.
Okay. Tortlaw, what are you checking out?
I'm looking out around the outside.
Okay. All right. So you two are back in the living quarters. You're heading upstairs. Everyone make a notice roll for me.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Nice.
Aces.
11.
Nice.
That's a 12. What now, Dom?
Okay.
Five.
Yeah.
5?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So you're scoping out the outside, and everything looks good. It's clear. It's kind of up on a hill, so you can sort of see out into the rest of the town, and everyone's bustling around. And the sun's going down. It's a really nice day. It's going to be a nice night. You rolled a 5, and you rolled a 12, and you rolled a what?
11.
So 11. You're heading up. You go upstairs, and it's just empty up here. There's nothing up here. It's like they had just finished this upstairs, and no one has utilized it at all. There's plenty of space, nothing up here. And then there's a ladder on the far end of the room that just heads straight up into the bell tower. So you climb up that ladder
Yeah.
and sort of look out from, once you get up to the top of the bell tower, there's a little platform to stand on right near the bell. You look out and you have a great view of the road coming into town, of all of town, and then kind of up towards the mountains in the back. You can see like smoke from the various different claims and everything. As you start to head back down the ladder, you hear a sudden sound, a snapping sound. It almost sounds like rope snapping. And you have just enough time with your wits about you to realize that the bell is falling and it's going to crash through the ceiling on top of you and fall right through the ceiling onto you. So you can make an agility roll to move out of the way.
Okay.
Whew.
Oh,
Nice.
15.
man.
All right, so you recognize that sound and you just slide down the ladder and just like leap back to clear the bell tower and just wait, and nothing happens.
The bell just doesn't come down.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. I guess I'll kind of look under.
Ceiling looks fine.
What the hell? Like I'm looking up the bell tower. Is
Bell's in its place.
just the sound of a snap, and I saw the bell start to come down.
You heard the sound that sounded like rope snapping, and you were certain that the bell was going to come crashing down and take you with it. But it didn't.
Yeah, that's mighty peculiar.
It is. You know, it's been a long day though.
Yeah. I'll probably go down and try and find Tort.
Okay.
Relay this information, see if she saw anything.
Okay, so you head down and you head outside to try and find Tort. You two are in the back room kind of like scouting it out, maybe setting down your suitcase and everything. You rolled a 12, you rolled a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys are kind of like walking around, you split up and sort of walk into the different rooms. There's like a sleeping area, there's a nice little sitting room, and then there's like a storage closet back here as well. And as soon as you guys move into different rooms, you hear whispers from the other room. So to you, it sounds like Gabriel is speaking with someone in the room he's in, and to you, it sounds like she's speaking with someone in the closet she's investigating.
Okay. Gabe, are you talking to someone?
I'm gonna say basically, Rose, is someone here to greet us in the building?
Well, there's no one in here.
I
Sounds-
quietly pull the gun that I have like at my waist
Okay.
out and like cock it back in case I need to, and then just kind of walk to get back into the room that she's in. I don't like lift it up and get ready to fire, but I have it ready
Okay.
if there's someone there.
Okay. So you guys kind of like walk back into the sitting room.
Uh-huh.
Like you've got your gun drawn and you're kind of looking around, but there's nobody here.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear someone?
I could have sworn you were talking to someone in the other room.
I thought the same thing of you.
Well,
And thinking about it, like you're pretty positive actually that you heard two voices. You heard hers and you heard another person's.
I distinctly heard your voice.
You heard
Darling,
mine?
I couldn't have misheard you. I could pick your voice out of a crowd of 100.
That's true, he can do that.
It wasn't me.
Not 101.
All I
Too many
did was
people.
call to
But
you.
man.
Could it maybe have been Turslaw or James?
Possible.
Maybe.
I guess we could go find them.
I say we be on guard no matter what.
I'm with you on that. I'll grab Mary.
That's one of
Wait.
your knives.
Darling, are you sure you weren't talking to one of your demons, your creatures?
I wasn't, not this time. Not at least that I was aware.
Well, that's unsettling.
It is quite.
All right, so you guys reconvene out front where Tortlaw is kind of just keeping an eye out, and it's a really nice night.
Tortlaw,
She's just enjoying the night.
did you come inside?
No?
Were you talking?
No.
Well,
Where's
this is
Ja-
going to be real embarrassing if I have to end up calling a real exorcist.
Where's James?
He comes walking outside at that
Were you
point.
talking? Were you in the rooms in the back?
No, but were any of you near the bell tower?
I was in the house.
I could have sworn someone had cut the rope to the bell.
Well, we're all going crazy. At least that we can join each other in our insanity. Hey, it's a little like religion, ain't it?
I have to agree with that.
And it has been a
All
long
right.
day. You guys are tired. You've been through a lot.
Well, is anyone else supposed to be here tonight? Did you hear? Anyone here? Maybe it's some sort of housewarming prank. church, Mormon prank.
Yeah, those are a thing, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't know these folks.
Never met a town that wanted to get on the bad side of its preacher, but hey, new people, new worlds, new traditions.
Well, did you guys hear anything about where this old preacher went before they called you?
Religious folk is superstitious. I'm sure that he heard a draft and decided that there were demons in the house and ran off. Look, I think we're all tired. We've killed men today and seen men killed and come out pretty well for it.
From up here outside the front of the church, you guys can hear the distant strains of what sounds like a honky-tonk piano being played from down inside of the town. You see the lights start to turn on down in the town. It seems like the town of Coldwater Creek is spinning up for its nighttime activities. Everyone seems to be streaming in general towards the most lit up building, which your guess is the saloon.
I think I'm gonna like this town.
Well, shall we get to know our new parishioners?
I think we should. Will you all join us?
I could use a whiskey.
Tartla.
Why not?
Torla is a woman of few words, but very concise ones. Fast forward to the saloon, because we're running out of time. So you guys grab a table inside of the Laughin' Lady Saloon. That's the one here, and it is hopping. There is a piano player over in the corner. There's a few card tables. There's some fancy ladies making the rounds in here, and there is a general air of merriment and liveliness as everyone just enjoys themselves, spends the money they've made up their minds on wine, women, and song. So you guys pull up a table, order a couple drinks.
Get a whiskey.
Yeah? Preacher?
You might have mistaken me for a Baptist.
There is a very stout, no-nonsense woman behind the bar that seems to be the proprietor. She introduces herself as Nellie Silman, and she happily provides you all with drinks. Is everybody grabbing a drink?
Yeah.
No.
No, not a drinker, because that's not a natural material.
No, it is not.
Drinking fire water is goes against the old ways oath which you have taken.
Also, I don't like
Strangers.
strangers. I don't like strangers. I don't like messing with my senses.
Sure. All right. So you kind of, we'll say you post up in the table like furthest in the chair furthest towards the corner, so you can kind of like keep an eye on the room, but you're also further away from everybody. Yeah. And the whole time while you guys are sitting there just kind of scoping everything out, everyone just keeps looking at you guys and whispering excitedly. Like you can tell the story of what happened on the coach has spread, and the town, at least here in the saloon, is abuzz with the day's events. You also see up at the bar one young man. He looks about 17,
Oh my god.
and he looks like he's getting maybe one too many drinks in him. And he's dealing with a few of his friends, and he keeps looking over at you guys, and he's talking, gesturing to his friends, and they keep trying to dissuade him. But
We all
he finally,
notice?
yeah, you guys can see it's happening very loudly. He finally stands up and comes striding over. He says, "Hey, howdy, welcome.
Well, hi there.
Ain't you gonna say hello?"
Howdy.
Not very friendly. Not a very friendly way to greet somebody in your new home, right,
Well-
preacher? These your friends?
I apologize. We are new to this town and we do not understand the ways out here in Colorado. It's wild lands and we're new.
Well, listen. I'd expect a native to not know the proper way to greet a stranger. I'd expect that, and she was nice enough, and you're the preacher. I ain't got no beef with you, but listen, you. Listen, I've been hearing a lot of stories about you guys fighting off bandits on the road, and you come in here with your piece strapped on you. You think that makes you like special, huh? Or you just come in like just showing it off? Because any man can have an iron, right?
Now, son,
Hold on, preacher. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to this guy right here. Any man can have an iron. Any man can learn how to use it, but that don't make you special, right?
How close is he to me?
He's standing like a little bit up away from you, and his friends keep coming over and like trying to
I'm
grab him.
gonna-
He's like, "No, get off me! I'm talking."
I stand up and like walk off.
Oh! I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry if I offended your friends, but you don't look so great to me. That's all I'm saying. You don't look like anybody who could fight off bandits.
Well, the meek shall inherit the earth.
Preacher, I told you. I'm talking to your friend. All right? No, leave me alone.
Listen,
You know what?
what's
No.
your name?
My name.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name's Boyd Parker. And stranger, I'm the last new person you're ever gonna meet. I'm calling you out.
Boyd Parker. You
Chat
don't
has
want
donated
to do
and
that.
unlocked. I'm calling you out.
Oh.
You and me, let's see how well you use that piece. Let's see if you actually know what to do with it, or if you're just someone who wears it because you like the way it looks.
Son, I'm going to give you one chance to turn around and go home.
Oh, you hear that, boys? He's gonna give me a chance to turn around and go home. That's so. I think he's scared. I think he can tell that I am the fastest shot here in Coldwater Creek.
Well, in that case, son, I'm going to give you an opportunity to clear your soul before what's going to happen next.
You mean before I gun down your friend right in front of you, preacher?
You can give it a shot.
Oh, I will. I think I'd like to. What do you say, stranger? Shall we give it a shot?
All right, if you want to go to hell with that burden on your soul.
What is he wearing? What does he have on him?
He's kind of dressed like a
Is he dressed nice?
not like he's dressed like nicer than like a farmhand. He's like
Anything valuable?
no, just his gun.
James, that looks like a nice gun there. You might be able to get yourself a new one.
Is it just a peacemaker?
Yeah.
Is it loaded? Can I tell?
Can you tell if it's loaded?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems loaded, and he seems drunk.
Right.
What is it?
I just want to.
You're not yellow, are you?
I just want to reach out and grab the gun.
You could try. Make an agility roll.
I want to do that again.
Okay.
Why every time I try? Okay, that's a 5.
Okay. And he's at a -2 because he's drunk, but
So 6.
so yeah. Whoa! What's the? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you just trying to grab my gun? Maybe you're not as fast as you thought you were. You know what? I'd like to see that in action with you actually trying to be a man and pulling yours instead of trying to take another man's. I'll see you out on the street,
Son, that
stranger.
was my friend trying to do the biggest favor of your life.
I'm outside the door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull out my cards and start shuffling them.
Okay.
And that was your last chance.
Yeah, taken. I'll see you outside. So he stalks off out in the street against the protestations of his
All
friends.
right, Bo. We can get you out the back door, but I assume you want to go out the front.
Oh yeah,
Well, if you want any help, let me know.
you'll see.
The crowd has gone quiet at this. They know what's coming up next.
Oh, instant.
Yeah,
Quiet.
Wow.
yeah, real quick.
Now,
He's called you
gambling
out.
may be a sin, everyone here, but there ain't nothing the Lord can't forgive.
Well, the preacher said it, so it must be true. And they all start streaming outside to watch what's happening. So this is a duel.
Okay.
Chat has donated for it, and it shall be. Boyd Parker has called you out,
Okay.
James Bogue.
Yeah.
So you take your places in the dimly lit main thoroughfare,
Great.
and we're gonna do a duel.
Duel.
It's dueling time.
Okay. I shoot
All right.
him. Is he dead?
That's not how it works.
Try
And
again.
You know that.
Keep shooting.
Don't stop
Hey,
it.
one real quick question.
Yeah.
Do these, if we don't use them this time, do they go to the next time?
For this session, I'll say yeah, because not
Okay.
as we've
Okay.
been
Just
trying
curious.
to do a lot more this session.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys stride out into the middle of the street. This is how duels work. It's time for the face-off. So what you're going to do here, you are both going to choose intimidation or taunt to try and get the other person to shoot first. It's not murder if they draw first. It's self-defense. Whoever draws first,
He did draw his gun though first and taunt me with it.
yeah, but still,
All right.
whoever draws first The entire crowd will attest they saw that person draw first. So win or lose, you're gonna have the law coming after you if
Yeah,
you
so
draw
whoever
first.
the loser is, right? That is who the,
Yeah.
the crowd will determine
Yeah.
drew first.
So he's gonna stride out into the street. What are you gonna use? James?
Intimidation.
You're gonna use intimidation?
Yeah.
He's gonna use taunt. But he is drunk, so I'm gonna give him a -2 to it.
Okay.
So he strides out into the street. Oh, look, he finally decided to show. I was worried that he was a little too old to keep up, but I guess maybe those arthritic fingers might have some life in them yet. He got a 1. All right, what are you doing to intimidate him?
I still just got my pipe, and I just puff, just like locking eyes with him. Just a puff. You just see a little red kind of the embers in my pipe just kind of glow a little bit, and then they just go down, but nothing else. Just a little puff out the side of my mouth.
Okay.
That's it.
Those are your 2 whole cards there.
I get one more whole card because I'm a duelist.
You are a duelist. You get 1 more or 2 more?
Extra whole card. It says
Per point of grit, right?
Per point of grit. Yes.
So you get 2 extra whole cards because
He's
you
calling
have.
you old, but he doesn't realize that in your line of work, getting old means you're good at what you
Yeah.
do.
You got true grit. So those are your cards. Go ahead and look at them now, and then make your intimidation roll. A swallow flies overhead and just does that. Everyone's like, "Well, that was catchy. We should play
should
that
probably do
sound
that
when
every
people
time.
do
Inyo!
things."
Hey, Inyo! Get over here!
This is your intimidation roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, James V.
James V, 1971. Thank you for
Yeah.
the donation. All right. So your steely gaze and the burning embers of your pipe and your complete refusal to engage with him unnerve him. He stares at you for a little bit and kind of looks over at his friends and looks back at you, and you just keep puffing him down.
Yeah.
And he goes for his gun. Time seems to slow down as this happens. He reaches for it. So, you won the face-off. Now what's going to happen here? Tordlaw,
Yeah.
we're playing Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to deal out 3 cards. Don't do it yet. You're going to deal out 3 cards, and you're going to wait. Then you're going to deal out 1 more card
Face up.
and wait. Yeah, face up. And then 1 final card.
Okay.
At any point, if either one of us says shoot, we are calling with the hand that we have, the best poker hand we can make with our cards and the cards that are face up on the table. All right?
Yep.
You ready?
So whichever one of us says shoot, we'll start it up. 7 of diamonds.
Oh.
7 of hearts. You gotta wait till the third one's strong. Shoot!
All right.
All right, so he pulls his gun and he's gonna fire. So now you have to decide if you're gonna go for speed or accuracy.
Now, speed.
Oh, and hold on. Here's 3 pieces of cursed Spanish gold from James 1971 for you to kill this piece of human garbage.
Just in case.
He's going to be at a -2 to his shooting roll because he drew first.
Oh, because he drew first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go for speed, you're going to be at a -2.
Yeah.
If you go for accuracy, you won't be at a negative. But if he goes for speed, he's going to go before you.
Right.
So he could shoot you before you even get a chance to shoot. So speed or accuracy, James?
I'm going to go for accuracy.
You're going for accuracy.
Yep.
All right. He's going for speed.
Okay.
But he's at a -4 total for that.
Right.
So now he's going to make his shooting roll.
Okay.
You're just like staying calm and collected. And
Right? That's what happens next?
you're using the Andrew Jackson approach, where he let the other person fire first so he could take his time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hold on, though. So you're going for accuracy, he's
Yeah.
going for speed.
Yeah.
Show him. What do you got?
I got 1 pair
1 pair?
on the table.
Okay, so you got a pair of 7s and a king high. He's got 2 pair. Kings and 7s.
Oh.
You know what? I'm probably going to have to use a cursed piece of Spanish gold to re-roll that. Can someone hand that back to me?
Ah.
Ooh, I'm definitely going to need to use a piece of cursed Spanish gold to re-roll that. And that
Wow.
one. I'm going to use some cursed Spanish gold to
Yeah,
re-roll
get that
it.
gold out of the system.
Right?
You know what?
Oh my God.
You know what? I'm going to use a fate chip to re-roll that one. Oh, lombled it.
Lommel.
Back to the
You know what?
beginning.
I'm going to roll a d6 and add it to
Oh,
that.
no.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
Hold on.
Oh, loud.
Loud.
Loud, sorry.
Gotta
Sorry.
It's a little late now, but
Hold on. Sorry, guys. I stand up too much. Okay. Add a d6 to it.
no, you said you weren't gonna do it.
No, I didn't.
1. That's not a 1.
All right. So that is a 4. So that will hit you.
Okay.
And he's actually no, because it's dim light. It's dim light outside, and that's another -1. Damn it.
Well, I have only
So
one
that-
too, but
That misses.
all right.
And I am out of things to re-roll. So it misses. So he just panics and goes for his gun and shoots, and it goes wide, but you have time to take your time and zero in on him. And now can someone hand me those dice?
Do we have a ranked list of poker hands? For
We do.
There-
It's in the book
there
here.
is, yeah.
But
It's under hucksters.
no, it's right here. I got it.
I think that.
So
one
you've got a
pair
pair.
is-
Yeah.
So 2 pair is 2 ranks higher than that. But he missed,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Uh-oh.
6.
That's an ace.
Nice.
8 -1 for the dim light. So that's a 7. So that's a hit with no raise. But you do hit him. So roll your damage.
Oh.
And you can't re-roll that.
Oh.
That's a 3.
Okay. So you fire off a shot at him, and it goes whizzing right past his head, and he kind of jumps and feels himself. Yeah, that's right. I think that I proved my point, and yeah. So come on, guys. And he just kind of goes stalking off into the night. You ain't heard the last of Boyd Parker. You remember that name, stranger?
Have a good evening, Boyd.
Yeah, I
Shout
will
after him.
have a good. Damn it! And he just goes stalking off into the night. And everyone, the assembled people all recognize. They saw him go for his gun first. This was clearly self-defense, and they really appreciate your nobility in just scaring the boy off instead of
Yeah.
striking him dead where he stands.
That's what you
Yeah,
did.
that's what it was.
And-
Nobility.
And very slowly, everyone starts to file back into the Laughing Lady.
What
A couple people buy you a drink.
I want to see. Can you give me the river? 3
Whoa.
kind.
That would have been a
That
full
would've been
house for
full
him.
Yeah.
house.
Damn!
Wow, that would have been an even better full house
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
for him. You were not
I-
going to win that hand.
No.
Lucked
So
out.
had he hit you, he would have done his weapon damage plus an extra d6 for every rank that his hand was better than yours. So
Thank
that would
God
have
he
been,
called shoot.
yeah,
You were lucky.
that
Yeah.
would have been 4d6 that he had done with just the hand that he had, and even worse if we had gone further with
Yeah.
it. So that would have been a crap load of damage. Like you could end someone real quick in
Yeah.
a duel.
Can you just if no one calls shoot, can the hands just
If no one
keep
calls
rolling
shoot,
out?
it's
Just when you
called
get all of it,
after
yeah.
all the cards are
Yeah.
revealed, and everyone just makes the best hand they can with everything out on the table.
Just poker, basically.
Dang.
So that, chat, is how a duel works. Thank you very much for donating to unlock that, and thank you, James, for taking a part in
Yeah,
that and
thank you.
not getting myrtleized.
Realized.
So you all kind of walk back in, and you're. Damn it! I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. This thing keeps falling off the chair. I'm a nervous sitter. It's fine. Everything's fine. And you guys are just starting to get calm and kind of like get your blood down after all that was happening. When you hear a bunch of commotion from outside.
Untied.
Untied. Thank you for the
Thank you,
donation. You hear quite a lot of commotion outside. It sounds like some gunshots outside. And once again, everyone in the saloon goes quiet and starts flocking to the windows. What is that? What's happening out there?
What is it now?
And you hear what sounds like a bunch of shouting and horses outside. And you all do you go over to the window to check it out?
Yeah.
It looks like it's a little bit darker now, but there's all of these horses kind of like running around in a circle, and there's people just firing their guns up into the air out there. Looks like a bunch of ne'er-do-wells on the back of their horses.
Damn ne'er-do-wells.
So everybody,
do well gang.
everybody
These
starts
guys.
filing outside, and again, I'm speeding this up a little bit, so I'm fast forwarding you guys outside of the saloon, and you see all these assembled, rough-looking men on horseback with guns all trained on everybody, stepping outside of the saloon, and man comes walking up from out behind the horses, with a bandana up over his face. So you guys are actually standing back a little bit behind the crowd of people just watching. And he says, "Listen, heard tell that there were some new folk in town causing trouble. And you know how the Holbrooks feel about trouble. Now, I don't want to have to open fire on this crowd, and I got no intention to do so, because we don't want to call down any more trouble on you folks than you already got. So, here's my proposition for you. You offer up these new folks hogtied on the outskirts of town by tomorrow at noon, or this will happen." And he whistles, and from behind him, across the street and down just a little ways, you see this, what looks like a schoolhouse that was almost finished being construction, go up in flames. "I'd hate to have this happen to the rest of your town, Coldwater. So if you value the lives that you're trying to build for yourselves, you'll send these strangers outside of town, or we're calling down Hell's Fury on Coldwater Creek, and we will make sure we burn this place to the ground." And they start circling and shooting their guns again, and he jumps up behind someone on a horse, and they go riding outside of town and into the night. And as they're doing that, you guys hear a little bit of a hubbub from down the ways, like off on the side of the porch over in the darkness. And from what you can tell, it looks like a man has been shot by one of their errant bullets. Like he's back, and people are kind of swarming around him, and he's pushing people back, and he just kind of goes stumbling down into a darkened alley. And everyone's confused. They're all looking around. They're trying to figure out what to do with the schoolhouse. Some people are running off towards the creek to try and start a bucket brigade. Some people are trying to follow this guy, and you hear a scream from down in the alleyway that the guy stumbled down into, and a wet noise. Like, it sounds like someone just threw... This is not a reference that any of these guys would get, but it's like someone dropped a gigantic water balloon in that alleyway, and it sounds like an explosion of wetness. And people start running, screaming out of the alleyway and like out into the darkness as you see people setting up a bucket brigade to try and save the schoolhouse. What do you guys want to do?
I want to see what's in the alley.
Yeah, I'm going to draw my pistol and go to the alley.
Okay, so
Well, towards the screen, basically.
okay. Is everybody going over there towards the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably pull one of the knives out of my boot.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my gun at my hip.
Yeah, there's definitely no competition for people trying to get down this alley. Like, everyone's more focused on the fire, and the few people that did go down this alley have fled. So you guys kind of look around, and down through the darkness, it's dark back here because there's not much light spilling out from between the buildings. And it kind of, like, you can see something on the ground down towards the end of the alleyway.
I don't know if I like this town quite as much anymore.
Well,
This town got quite loud
It did.
fast.
Really fast,
well,
yes.
this may be a bad decision, but I want to find out what's at the end of that.
I got your back,
Alley.
Gabe.
I take my gun and kind of hold it, and I just wander towards it.
Tortlaw, where are you going to?
What's the walls?
So you've got the Laughing Lady on one side.
Is there any?
Just the roofs up on top. There's no
Okay.
like railings or balconies back
Okay,
back
yeah,
here.
that was the word I was looking.
Is that
for.
what you're checking? You're trying to see if there's anything
Yeah.
going on? Yeah. You don't see anything, but it is getting kind of dark back here.
Is it a blind alley? Is there a way out?
There's a way out. It just opens up to the like other side, the far end of Main Street.
Where's the thing in the middle?
No, it's at the far end of the alley, like kind of on the ground. It's hard to tell what it is. It looks like just almost like a pile of rags.
Can I? It's pretty dark back in the alley, right?
Yeah, it's getting really dark. back here.
I wanna pull out a pack of matches.
Okay.
And I take one and just strike it on the wall of a nearby building and just like hold it out.
Is everyone following him?
I'm right behind him.
Yeah, I'll follow him,
Oh.
but
Untied gives 3 pieces of cursed Spanish gold to the winner of that duel.
oh,
No.
Mr. James
Nice.
Bogue.
thank you, Untied.
So Gabriel's going first with his match lit. James, you're going up with him?
The match reflects
I'm
in
right
his
behind him.
You're right behind him?
spectacles.
You're on the other side?
Yeah. I'll be looking like
I
behind
wanna-
as he goes.
I want to use my stealth,
Okay.
which I think means I need to separate from these guys.
Not necessarily. You could just blend into the shadows and like not
Okay.
be. So make a stealth roll for me.
I will. Five.
5. That's a success. So you kind of like sort of blend into the shadows on the far side of the wall and start sidling down there as well.
Yeah.
So yes, match light reflecting in your spectacles. You guys kind of slowly walk down the alleyway. You get closer and closer, and you start to smell something. It smells like rotten meat almost. And as you stalk down this alleyway slowly, and you kind of keeping pace but sticking to the shadows to the side, suddenly the light of your match illuminates just a mound of viscera and gore and turned, rotten, spoiled meat all over the place on the ground. I need everyone to make a guts roll for me.
Ooh. Guts.
All right. Wild die 2.
Wild die 2.
All right. That's not a particularly good one.
That is a failure.
Is this a situation where a raise is helpful?
Not necessarily. You just don't want to fail a guts roll.
Okay.
I will tell you guys, like, we are almost at the end of the session, so if you want to burn some fate
That's
points
what
on,
I'm about to
on
do.
not losing your lunch here in the alley, you can do that.
I'm gonna add a d6 to it.
Okay,
which
do it.
You can get.
I will
It's
keep
yours.
that. Oh my gosh, you found the way to do that. I can't use that now. We're almost out of time.
And that's 5.
That's enough. Torla?
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
Oh, God.
Nice.
I have
Oh,
no
wow.
problem.
Ah!
Okay.
Normal day.
If we weren't at the end, I'd give you a fate chip, but it's totally useless at
Yeah,
this
no,
point.
that's
But
fine.
props to you.
You're like kind of into
I'm like,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
hey,
Good.
I hunt. I'm like, well, this looks like
9.
9? Okay.
Ooh. 5.
That's a success. Okay, so everyone's able, like, you all kind of just recoil a little bit, except for Tortlaw, who just kind of stands in
I
the shadows.
actually go closer to it.
So you go closer. Sir
Hey.
Darkmoor, thank you for the
Sir
follow.
Darkmoor.
More.
Still stealthily,
Yeah,
like,
Oh,
still
yeah.
stealthy, but like, I'm more curious about this than grossed out.
you guys kind of recoil a little bit at what you're seeing, and you don't have a lot of time to take it all in, except for like the brief flash. Tortlaw, you go kind of
White people
sneaking
have
up.
weak stomachs.
Yeah,
I'll just
I
kind of put
gag
this
a
over
little
on my
bit.
mouth a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, for
like-
sure.
What sort of thing is that?
You go looking up
I'm
there.
gonna look at it and see what it is.
Make a notice roll for me.
Gonna notice things with my notice roll.
Ooh.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
re-roll that notice roll. Which one?
If you use Curse Spanish Gold, I'll still have it at the beginning of next session.
Yeah.
So use this.
There
there
we
you
go. Well,
So
7.
you kind of go down on your knees to get a little closer to it, and you just sort of like avert your head to not get the full blast of the stench. And looking at it, you're able to see underneath this mound of rotten gore, what looks like a pair of boots, and right over by the side of it,
Old school.
Old School G-Man, thank you for the
Thank
follow.
you.
Thanks for the follow.
Right over by the side of it, what looks like a bloody hat.
I bet it's the hat of the guy who went staggering down here.
It does kind of look like that.
I'm gonna pick up the hat.
Do you have tracking?
Yes, I does.
Make a tracking roll for me.
6.
Okay. And it's a -1 for the dim light, which is 5, but that's still pretty good. You see what look like tracks leading out into the night. But
Do I know what kind of tracks?
make a common knowledge roll for me at a -2.
Common knowledge.
Yeah, so that's just smarts -2.
Can I help at all?
You guys are still kind of like reacting a little bit. She super aced her guts roll, so I'm gonna let her do
Okay.
this one.
Cool.
It's -2, so I'll re-roll. What was the?
You can add a d6.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a d6.
Okay. And I get to use this now. It doesn't matter.
There we
Ooh,
go.
there you go.
Ooh, and an ace.
So 10.
Okay, so you check. You're looking at the tracks, and everyone else is starting to kind of cluster up. Like you've recovered from the initial shock of it, and you're kind of inspecting everything. And do you just like, as you're looking at the tracks, do you just like sort of like point to the boots or something like, guys, look at this, I'm doing something else. So you're looking at the tracks, and they seem very small, but as though
Smaller than
small but heavy, very small, like but heavy. There's heft to them.
Okay.
They look like no tracks that you have ever seen, and they head off into the darkness. Chat unlocked a little bit of high strangeness going on in Coldwater Creek. They have added
Oh dear.
a little bit of a mysterious dark wrinkle to the goings-on in the town. So thank you for unlocking that, Chat.
Why would you do that, Rick?
And that's where we will end the game tonight.
Oh my goodness.
So the schoolhouse is burning. The Holbrook gang has laid down an ultimatum about these new strangers in town. And something terrible happened to that guy who ran down this alleyway.
Seemingly.
Maybe things in Coldwater Creek are not as idyllic as they at first appeared. And also, Chat donated and unlocked the final stretch tier reward,
Wow.
which is a secret to you guys at this point.
Ooh.
Okay.
That is
tell me what
something.
it is.
That is something for me to know, and for you guys to find out. And it may not come into play for a long time. We don't know. So I will make a note of that, and I will remember to put that into play should it come up. Chat. Thank you guys so much for the donations.
Yes.
Everyone is drowning in cursed Spanish
Yes, we
gold.
are.
Yes.
Thank you.
You guys were great. You guys were great. Thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Thanks for
Thank
hanging
you.
out with us. I hope you enjoyed it. We are all going to be learning Savage Worlds better together and Deadlands better together. So it's only going to get better week by week, guys. So check us out next Friday as well. We'll be continuing the story of the posse in Coldwater Creek. Does anybody have any announcements or anything they want to plug or talk about before we head out?
I do.
Dom does.
Tomorrow, it's Phoenix Dawn Command, and it's episode 2 of season 2. Mac Beauvais is the GM. They are also raising money for Planned Parenthood.
That's right.
All the donations for tomorrow's game of Phoenix Dawn Command will go to Planned Parenthood, so it's a really good cause. Then on Sunday, we are playing a game.
At
Which-
like Symborium or
Simbaroom or something? It's Swedish, I think.
Simba Room.
Symboroom.
It's they are just kickstarting an English version of it, and we are playing the English version of Simba Room.
That's at noon on Sunday, right?
Noon Pacific time on
The game will be in
Sunday.
English, but the players will be speaking Swedish.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm learning real fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oofda. That's Norwegian. Anyway, tune in for that. That's Sunday. So and then
Okay.
back to a regular schedule.
And then aren't there some Kickstarters we were going to talk
There
about?
are. I'll talk about those here in just a second. Do you guys have anything to plug?
If you're in Los Angeles, come check out my group, The Money Pit, which is performing next Saturday at the Nerdist School Theater on Sunset at 8 o'clock.
I went to high school with a member of the Money Pit,
Yes, he
actually, which
did.
is a funny, weird thing.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah. So check them out
Funny.
if you're in the LA area,
Is he
or if you're
funny?
not, fly out here.
Yeah, and
She
if
is
you're
very
not,
funny.
check out youtube.com/Nerdist School, and there's some videos. Any of them that are made by the Money Pit are made by me and them.
Nice.
And guys, real quick, if you guys liked the map that we use, these are great modular map pack pieces that you can get from Arknight. They make a whole lot in a bunch of different themes. This is like a mixture of like outdoor and winding caverns that I kind of put together before the show. We've got a few different packs, and they're really awesome modular maps that you can kind of like mix and match. They've got different things on the back, so there's a bunch of different ways you can build out oddly shaped maps with different terrain.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So you can check that out. Look up Arknight, ARCKNIGHT,
Good.
Arknight.
Good work.
And then also, if you guys are into Savage Worlds, if you're into the game we're playing, if it seems cool, and it is really cool, I highly recommend you check it out.
I'm loving it.
They have a dual Kickstarter running right now for the Goon and for Fear Agent, which are both new Savage Worlds rulebooks that are based on 2 different very popular comic books. So you should check that out, especially right now. If you donate at the $25 level or above, I think, they have added all of these awesome stretch goals you get. So not only do you get the stuff for that campaign, you'll get the Deadlands Reloaded Player's Guide and Marshal's Guide. You'll get the East Texas University book, which is like a Buffy style
It's a lot of
college campaign. You get the Rippers, which is like a Victorian Monster Hunter campaign, and you also get the Last Parsec, which is a sci-fi campaign. So they're giving you guys a crap load of awesome Savage Worlds stuff, and you get the Goon or the Fear Agent stuff as well. So definitely check
good
that
deal.
out. That's a Kickstarter
awesome.
from Pinnacle Games. They're the guys who make Savage Worlds. And thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thanks a lot.
Let's lift a glass to chat.
To chat.
To chat.
To chat.
We do this for you guys. If not, we'd be talking to an empty room. Set them up. Knock them down. Until next time, guys. We're going to set this out with some finger guns.
Oh.
And we're going to do it for a long time because Dom has to walk over there to turn off the computer. No, they're shooting back at us, guys.
Oh God, Doc! Oh, Doc! I found a
How
real
dare
gun!
you,
I
you
think this
sons
one
of
will help.
bitches! We'll take you all down.